everybody. I mean, you're all welcome to say something as well.
Oh,
Hi.
what up?
Welcome to another live recording. What's going on with my hair? That's better. Welcome to another live recording of our podcast, Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, in brackets, campaign Remorous, because we don't really have like the long death or anything like that. It's just that. But hey, welcome back.
That was our mission today, wasn't it? Find that group name.
I mean, I expect you to finish the campaign without one.
We're Quinn's gang, right?
Oh yeah. Unofficial. Well, according to Brightshade, you're Quinn's gang.
Democratically elected. Yeah.
I love the new setup with our icons. Very swagadelic.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Big thanks to George for putting that together. Without.
Why were you so curious?
You both did stuff. But
I
don't
literally
need to exclude you.
I just took an image, dragged and dropped it onto overlay. That's all I did. It's fine.
When are you going to get round to dragging and dropping me?
I thought I did that last weekend.
When's round 2, or should I say 35?
I mean, to quote a very great film, ding ding.
Is that Rocky 3?
It is Rocky 3.
Well,
Just side to know that deep cut. Well done.
Oh, right. Anywho, as well as the new overlays, there are still some things that remain the same. Starting with, you may be watching this live, but perhaps you're not caught up with all of the podcasts. So where can people see that, Si?
so if you're looking to listen to the podcast, there's a number of various ways that you can listen to it that I know off the top of my head.
Is he trying to fill the word limit on an essay?
And
They
those would
are
be,
not.
Anchor.fm, and if you search for my name, so I won't dox myself, so we'll ignore that one.
Sigh.
Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Radio Public, and Spotify are the ones.
Nice. But there's some people that they just need to visualize something. They need like a picture to go with a sound. George, where would they find that?
So if you like me and you like videos with me and other people, you could always just go on YouTube and just search Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, and there you will find videos with me in, but also the rest of the group playing D&D under Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. Our entire back catalogue is on YouTube, including the Lost episode. So please give it a watch. The Lost episode. But yeah, Dungeons, Dice and Dudes on YouTube. Watch us at your leisure and subscribe. And hit that bell for notifications.
Oh, God. But hang on a second, though. Maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you want to ask us questions. Maybe you want to dive into it a little bit more. Tim, what you got on the menu? Man, that was creepy.
Intentionally creepy. So if you'd like to, see cool posts, like memes occasionally, some kind of behind-the-scenes stuff of recording, then you can always follow us on our Twitter, which is Dungeons_Dudes. Where you can interact with us and we'll be very active all the time. I don't often forget to check it, I promise. Or Instagram as well, which is Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. You can find us on there and have a wonderful, wonderful time.
Lovely stuff. However, maybe watching people play D&D isn't quite your cup of tea. And perhaps you'd much rather hear a couple of well-informed people talk about the crunchy mechanics of D&D. Danilo, would you know anything about that?
Do you know what? I would happen to actually. Thank you, Nathan. I host a D&D discussion show featuring guests that are present on your screens at this very moment, along with many other people from the community, and we talk about a whole bunch of different topics. And I would really appreciate like, follow, subscribe. And I think it's really interesting and fun, and everybody else likes it, so you'd be a fool not to.
Wow, he's fucking baiting people there. Like, other people like it, so you should probably like it too. Just
classic peer pressure.
Fucking peer pressure.
Maybe you're lame if you don't listen to it.
Danilo could be turned up a bit. Okay, I will quickly do that now. I will just tweak you
Rob's
to
a little bit quiet as well.
95. Well, that's fine. I can adjust it on my end. So there you go. You're both up to like. And Tim, God, this was
now. Is that better, Charlie?
This was perfect. Like,
We were so ready. We were so prepared. What went wrong?
Let me up the gain.
wait, let me just turn it up in Streamlabs. Look, Charlie, I get it. Everybody. Oh, so I can stay silent. Wow.
Oh,
Scathing. Scathing. Right, okay. Everybody do a round of saying hello, and in that way, chat can let me know if it sounds good.
Hello. How are you? Do you like breakfast? I do. It's good.
Hello. Yeah, I love breakfast. It's the best meal of the day.
I really like having breakfast for dinner.
Fuck no.
Oh, you're of course talking about Brinner. My favourite of all the meals. Yes.
Is that a Welsh breakfast?
There's... Yes, definitely.
Danilo?
Hello. I am failing at my improv classes today. I spaffed it all on that brilliant intro to the podcast, and now I'm running on fumes.
You just have to do the whole the Michael stuff with like every scene's better if you have a gun.
I prefer
George?
breakfast with a gun.
Hello. Hi. Is that me? Oh,
Yeah.
hi. Yes. Hello. But this will probably what my voice will sound like very shortly.
Okay, let me turn him up a tad then.
Turn up.
Turn it
Turn
up.
Turn
up.
up!
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Right. Okay, cool. Right. Even though we spent however long doing audio checks before, we've had to do it again anyway. It's fine though. We can cut this all out.
It's just Twitch being a bitch and like compressing everything to shit. That's why.
Yeah, probably. Right. Anyway, Maestro, if you could cue some nice, chill fantasy music. Oh my god, it's like so perfect. So perfect. Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
No, you don't get my thanks, Charlie. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Right. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to start this like we start every session, minus the very first session that we did. Going through what everybody got up to last time. So, in the last session, this is making me feel so epic. The group had finally made their way to Brightshade, a rather simple town located within the marshy kind of swamp area towards the southeast of what's the continent name? Nathan, why have you done this? Estrus. I knew it was that. I knew it. I was just testing everybody else.
That's why we stayed silent.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Using this as a chance to have a bit of a breather and restock on some of their lost equipment, which was taken from them when they were thrown in prison, the group met Ulysses Armstrong, an armoured individual who had recently hunted a hag and seemed to be making a bit of a show of it. Eventually, having been in town for a bit, he offered to show the group around. Eventually wanting to blow off some steam, the group commenced a bar crawl, which I totally anticipated. And
I've forgotten about that.
And they stopped by a very intriguing curio shop, in which the owner seemed to take a shining to Owain. After a night of many drinks, Ulrich received another visit from the somewhat skeletal-looking figure that has been plaguing him from time to time, reminding him of the borrowed time that he lives on, and taunted him with a visit from his previously deceased companions. And
that was a fun time.
That is where we left off. We pick up with Sabine violently throwing up into her bowl of runny eggs and kind of undercooked potatoes.
Oh, I feel sick. Oh.
Then this isn't my my brightest moment, I must admit. Oh. Sorry, everybody.
I will I'll prestidigitate to clean her up.
Does that just affect Sabine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sabine, got any on your blouse? I'll get that for you.
Thanks, Quinn. Sabine just goes ahead and she's going to do something she's not ever done before, so this is fun. She's going to go ahead and get a bit of string and a bit of wood out and do some hand gestures, and she's going to cast Unseen Servant to tidy up her sick for her.
Nice.
It's just going to be like, can you just fucking deal with this? I can't right now.
So,
and, yeah.
So you'll just see out of nowhere a kind of semi-translucent individual, kind of very kind of vacant facial features, just kind of slowly float over and silently begin just kind of scooping bits of vomit away from Sabine, and just it's weird, but hey.
Sabine's just like, don't pretend you don't enjoy it looking at this translucent. You're loving this. You are loving this. And she just like sits back in her chair, hood up. Just, yeah.
Wow.
Just how much did you drink last night? And it was a lot, but do you recall much?
No, not really. After the spoon playing started, I can imagine we were drinking during that, and just
It was quite
blur.
a performance. You did magnificently.
Yeah, I'm super proud of it. I'm not proud of this, but
Can I just say that's probably the most magnificent, yeah, magnificent spooning that I've ever seen in my entire life. It honestly changed my world.
she kind of, if she wasn't just like sweating out alcohol, she'd be blushing because you're complimenting her. But she's just hot all over and a bit sweaty anyway because of this hangover. So, thanks, Ulrich. That means a lot.
You are so welcome. Anytime.
So once this is tidied up, what are we doing the rest of today?
Honestly, I've entirely forgotten.
Well, if I recall, we had 2 courses of action. You folks were headed off to Mon Ulum,
That's right, yeah.
or we had the opportunity to fill your coffers once again with some coin.
I'm dying. Yes. So.
Line.
I do believe we chose expedience as our
Yes.
course of action, so we were going
Very
to
well.
put aside the follies of this little hovel and go straight to Mon Ulum.
Hey, Nathan, do I still have like marks all over my arms and stuff from where the demon grabbed me?
You do. You currently have the marks on your shoulders, and you are lacking a sense of smell and a sense of taste.
Yeah, I'm all kinds of,
Coronavirus.
Nah, that's too real, man.
Stop it.
Owen's like going to be eyeballing the marks on Ulrich's arm. Now that he's kind of found out about him as a zealot of God, he does find it a little bit alarming that he's waking up with demonic death grips on his arms.
Yeah, that would tend to cause alarm.
I mean, did you want to have a look at them, or?
No, he's just gonna keep an eye on them.
Cool.
He's not a man of the world, so he's not ready to get up in Ulrich's space.
Does Ulrich notice him being looked upon by Owain?
What's your passive perception?
14.
Oh, yeah, he seems to be paying attention to you. You don't know if that's because he's into you or if it's because...
Would either of us god boys have any recollection of any demons or any malevolent creatures that might do this kind of thing?
You both make a religion check. Anybody else, if you are proficient in religion, you can make a check.
Heck yeah.
Are you actually?
As you're
Oh,
doing...
I'm plus 10, baby.
What?
Where did that come from? Natural 20, Jesus.
Jesus
to know
Christ!
to know things to hate things properly, you need to know about them. So I've made it my life's mission to know everything, so I can hate it even more.
Oh, he's going to be such a bitter old man.
I've got a
Dirty
15.
20.
15 for me.
20, 15,
12.
12.
As you're all making this check, Ulrich looks at Owain and says, I mean, once you go green, you never go back, mate. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So,
You say that to me?
Yeah.
Um,
Ulrich's feeling a bit funky, having his, whole life kind of shortened a bit.
Okay, Owen's like a little bit hungover still, so yeah, he kind of recoils and kind of like sheepishly looks at his hash browns.
There's a very awkward silence in the air, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Owen, what did you roll again?
I got a 12.
12, okay. So for both Owen and Ulysses, for the most part, I mean, you're both familiar with people being revivified. That's, for people of certain power. You can even like raise people back from the dead. But from what he's described to you, because you mentioned what you had a dream about, didn't you, Ulrich?
Yeah, I did say, yeah.
Yeah, so that combined with the fact that you know about this deal that he's made, you're not aware of anything specific that would make these kind of deals. Like, you've heard of it, but you don't know what this could relate to. Quinn, with your background, shall we say?
Intellect.
Yeah. There's only one thing that is similar to what Ulrich seems to be experiencing, and that is something that is often referred to as a revenant. Those are typically entities that have died in such a manner that they are brought back through some sort of magical means, and typically have one specific purpose, and then once they fulfill that purpose, they are then they then die permanently. Their soul transitions into the other plane.
Okay.
But that combined with whatever it was that Frederick did, you could probably draw some conclusions.
Okay. We're all together, right, at the breakfast table, yeah?
I believe so.
Chowing down.
Yeah, okay.
At the moment, there's the barman, and there's like maybe one or two people that are just stone cold passed out from the night of drinking last night.
I know that I just mentioned a certain level of expedience that we might want to employ. However, having had a closer inspection, Ulrich, at what ails you, how could I put this delicately? How attached are you to being alive?
Well, if I'm really honest, I haven't recently, or no, in the most of the years that I've been alive, I've not given it much thought about the fact that I'll probably die. But recently, it's come into very clear focus that I probably will be dying soon. So I have been thinking about it quite a lot, if I'm honest. Not to bring everyone down or anything, but
No, don't worry. The hash browns did that already. Well, I have a suspicion that perhaps whatever draws you to these locations, once you have done whatever it is that is required of you, that may be your time.
I mean, yeah, I've been feeling that way for a while now, like, too much butter spread over a slice of toast, that kind of thing. Like I'm not long for this, whatever we call this world, like that kind of stuff. So,
I am nothing if not pragmatic. So perhaps if it would be prudent to get your affairs in order.
I mean, that's why I woke up yesterday and was like, we need to do what I want to do and get to where I'm being pulled to before it's too late, because I don't want to have my life just be what it is. I want to finish what I started and make some meaning of it, I guess.
A righteous cause.
If that's all right with you lot. I mean, we can fuck off and grab some coin if you want. I'm not too fussed, but I'd like to do what I was meant to do, if that's okay.
Ulrich, if I can share some hungover wisdom.
The best kind, yeah.
All I'll say is this, is that I wouldn't want you to just rush into something and go. I feel like if there's anything you want to do before you finish up here, then now is the time to do that maybe first. Is there anything you feel like you've missed off?
I mean, I've led a pretty good life. I mean, had a threesome with 2 giants. That was pretty great.
I heard that. I heard that from the other room.
I mean, I've somehow managed to make a whole entire city want to kill me / hate me. Being... Wait, let me see if I remember this word. Being the Phil guide like that is just absolutely fantastic. I've always wanted to be infamous, because I feel like being infamous is fantastic. It's like being really famous, but not quite.
Beans nodding her head, just grinning, but just, yeah.
Just as a gentle reminder for you, Ulrich, you probably are aware of this, but just in case, there has been, I think, 2 times now where images of your tribe have come into your mind.
Yep.
So,
Thank you, Daddy DM. Yeah, and
Do you
I
feel
don't
as
know. Oh, carry on. What were you going to say?
I was just about to ask, do you feel as though your time is short, or that you're simply kind of the fuse is lit, as it were?
Well, I think the fuse was lit as soon as we had that battle with those, witches and stuff. I mean, you weren't there at the time.
No.
But apparently I died or some shit, and then a deal was made, and I came back, and I feel like that's when the fuse was lit, and I feel like very soon the dynamite is gonna.
Boom goes the dynamite. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, my body doesn't feel like my body anymore. Bits of me have started to stop working, and
Look, we've all been there, friend.
but I'm not particularly old, as an orc would go. I'm pretty young, I'd say, but yeah, I feel like it's coming to a close.
Let's get you there then. Let's do it. Let's fuck it.
This is a tale that needs to be told. Let's get this done.
It's a tale as old as time.
Before we do it, though, is it cold up there? Because I'm not a fan of the cold, and I'm just curious as to whether we should be provisioning for other kind of attire or anything. I haven't really traveled that far.
That's a great shout. Is it cold up there in Mon Ulum?
Make a.
The chat is just destroying me today.
Make a history check for me.
All of us?
You're the one that's asking.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's a natural 20, mate. And let me just.
Yes.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Unless it's shown specifically on camera, it's not an actual natural 20. So you distinctly remember a couple of times your dwarven friends speaking highly of Mon Ulum, and every now and again the climate would come up, because who doesn't talk about the weather?
Gotta talk about the weather. what was his name again? Thorndress Smeltbrow or something.
Smeltbrow, yes, that's the bit I remember. Yeah, and it's not too far south. It's actually fairly mild, but it is closer to the mountain ranges, and there are some active kind of volcanic action. So towards the fringes of the city, it's not too bad. As you get closer to the actual mining center of the city, that's where it starts to get a little bit hotter. So you should be fine. It's not too far north for it to be cold.
Box and socks weather then. Nice.
Gonna get out of the bungee smugglers. There you go.
Okay. So we don't need to provision for that then. That's good. Do we need to get any supplies before we leave town?
I don't know. Owain, do we need any more supplies? Do you think?
Do you think?
No, I think we've got enough stuff to last us.
Oh, you got enough, did you? Okay, fine.
The last time we passed by Edie's mouldy hole, we were quite distracted by the
moldy hole, yeah.
goings on. I wouldn't mind paying a second visit just to see what else beyond caustic love potions that she may have.
Ulysses, it's funny you mentioned that. I saw some items in the window. I think I recognize what they were. I think they might have been sending stones. Oh, what's it where you can talk, distant stuff?
We don't know what that is.
I
would have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Ulrich kind of deadly looks at Owain and is like, "You wouldn't deny an orc his dying wish, would you? And I just want to see you happy, and I think that lady could make you happy, and I feel like you and her could make a real good connection, you know. So for me, please, let's go back and you can talk to her again and just see where it leads.
I would only ask before this conversation happens. We make any purchases we wish to make.
Yeah, that could actually be a nice bargaining chip for discount as well. So
Owen clutches
10% off, and we let you have the boy. Yes.
his Owen clutches his Seldarine emblem next to the gashes on Ulrich's arms and looks him dead in the eye and says, "Well, far be it from me to prevent you ending up where you rightfully belong."
Oh, was that shade? The sun just disappeared. It's shady in here.
Excuse me, Owain. Wow.
Sorry, guys.
I'm speechless. I'm just speechless.
I've gone off my breakfast, actually.
I'll,
I thought you would have done that from the
Take
sake.
backgrounds away.
having just met these guys and not really having any strong allegiances, I'll give Owain a clap on the back and just like shoot him a look as though like fucking savage. Shall we?
There's no recovery from that, so yeah, let's crack on.
I feel like I've exhausted any supplies I have for any spells, and I haven't replenished them in some time, so I feel like there's an obligatory amount of money I need to lose before I can continue saying I can do spells. So I'm very happy to go to the shop. Yeah.
The benefit of divine magic is that you just ask. And, yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
not my bag.
No effort at all. No.
Emotion.
I just find all my weapons just talk to me. It's great.
Oh,
Of course, yes.
sweet Ulrich.
In fact, I haven't checked my battle axe to see if it talks to me yet. Here, battle axe, are you alive?
Sabine is so tormented at not trying to give it a voice, but she just feels so sorry for Ulrich right now. She's not going to do it.
Make a perception check, Ulrich.
Okay. That's 15.
You listen real hard, like really, really, kind of focusing on the battle axe.
Yeah.
Nothing. It kind of makes you a little sad.
You don't. Come on. Making me feel bad regardless.
Ulrich's heart just kind of like sinks a little bit, and you get that pit in the stomach, and he's just like, "Well, I guess this is how it ends."
when he says that, can I say, "Oh, did you not hear anything?"
No. I mean, I've only ever had talking weapons, but this one.
Why don't you give it another shot? Listen really hard this time.
Are you sure? I mean,
100%.
Maybe it was asleep. It was quite early in the morning, after all. I assume weapons sleep similar sort of times. I'll knock it on his head first.
It's about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's very early. He kind of knocks the head of the battle axe against the table and is like, "Hello, are you awake?
I want to cast
message.
I want to cast message to Ulrich.
This is going to blow his mind.
And I'm going to put on a telepathic voice, or whatever that entails.
Just turn up the reverb to like 20%.
And it basically says, it's got to be really, really succinct. Hello. I am Axe. I love you. You are loved. Don't worry, be happy.
Well, first of all, are you trying to be subtle about this?
Well, I'm presuming he's focused quite heavily on the thing. I don't care if anyone else sees. I'd rather Ulrich doesn't see. If I've got to shoot him a finger under the table, then so be it.
Okay.
You know what?
That's
As Ulrich is focused on the axe, I will say make a sleight of hand check, but with advantage. If you're not too fussed about everybody else, but you're specifically trying to conceal it from him.
Yeah. With advantage. Okay, that is 13 in total.
13. And then what was your passive, Ulrich?
14.
14.
Perception, right?
So here's the thing, though, is...
No, everybody wait!
Criminal shift!
Criminal shift it. It's not worth it.
You don't know me. You don't know me. But yes, I'd like to chronal shift.
Sure, if you want.
This is really important. Oh, thank goodness, 15 in total.
Yep, there's a moment, Ulrich, where you start to look because you feel like you can notice something, and then everything kind of goes a little bit hazy, and you're like, no, it wasn't anything. You hear your axe talk to you.
He doesn't say anything in response to the axe. He just kind of his lip quivers, and he just see his eyes well up. He doesn't cry; his just eyes well up, and he just embraces the axe a little bit, and you just leave him to it for a few minutes.
I shoot Sabine a wink across the owl boy.
You've made Ulrich very happy. Very happy.
I'm very confused.
Finish your breakfast and let's vamoose.
Let's do it.
Grab a couple of rashers of bacon and just start chewing on the way out.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like bacon. Looks like bacon. Doesn't taste like it.
Bit cardboardy.
Yeah.
It actually just frazzles.
Bit gamey. Cool. Well, you settle up. I think you'd already paid up front for your rooms. I think.
Yeah,
I don't believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way out, I'd like to thank the bartender and just say, I doubt we'll be staying another night from the look of things. I believe we're heading off, but your hospitality has been most kind. Thank you.
Well, that's all right. Don't you worry about it. Man, last night was wild. I've never seen him blow pipes like that before. And then when you guys came in, blew my mind.
It was quite the performance. I hope the town remembers it for a while.
Oh, all 5 of us that were here, we're going to remember it for a long time.
Tell the story.
I will, sir.
Good turnout.
Cool. So you vacate the premises, and did you say you're heading towards the moldy hole?
Yeah.
I'll lead the way.
Spee wants to get some supplies. And
So you
You dog, you.
you swing by the northern side of the town up towards Edie's moldy hole. Still there, still the same kind of lovely signage, though the words still make you shudder a little, especially for the ones that have met her firsthand. But yeah, it seems to be open. It's, as I say, it's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You've all slept in and taken your time starting your day.
Yeah. Can I take a look at what wares are available? Because last time it was very much I'm out of here. This is gross.
So do you enter this time or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone in.
Okay, so as you all begin to enter, there doesn't appear to be anybody behind the counter this time. If you want to, whoever's looking, roll an investigation check for me.
I'm going to stay out this time. I've had my
Investigation.
I've had my fill.
16.
16,
19 from me.
19,
So 10.
So
10 from me.
6 from me.
10 and 6. So, Ulrich Owain, for the most part, you're kind of a little bit distracted by just the general smell in here. It's kind of overpowering, and at times you find your eyes kind of watering a little bit. Ulysses, you find me notes. Where's it gone? You find a couple of things. There's a potion with this kind of bluish hue to it. It's in like a round bottle, kind of mixed between various other vials, and you can see that there are kind of little air bubbles that are kind of drifting off from the bottom to the top. And amongst most of the weird little bits and bobs in here, there are a couple of books as well. Some of them look more well kept than others, shall we say.
Okay. Is there a tag of any kind on the potion bottle?
On the bottle, no. And as you're looking around, you notice that there's a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to have any kind of categorization or organization to any of it. It's very kind of could be something.
Okay. Is there anything on the spine of those books?
There is one which is on one of them. It is dubious creatures and other oddities of bright shade, and the other one is Remorous, a complete history. Sabine, you find obviously the sending stones. You kind of already saw them, so you kind of instantly beeline. You're like, cool, they're still there. They haven't been purchased. Though you know what they are specifically because you have used them from Jumon. The other thing that catches your eye is amongst some kind of rags. You kind of pull one aside, and as you do, you see a small kind of box. It's probably a couple of inches high, probably about 8 inches long, and it is covered in what look like sliding squares. And kind of giving it a once over, it looks like some sort of puzzle.
Interesting. Very interesting. Sabine relays that to the more intelligent people in the party than Sabine, because she's not the brightest.
So
And
obviously tell Ulrich then. Obviously.
no, she totally avoids you.
You're still like, my eyes.
But yeah, it goes and tells. Quinn, did you come inside?
No, I've had my full load of this place, so I thought I'd take this turn sitting outside.
Well,
reading a book.
She goes to find you and tells you. So Sabine literally goes to find you and tell you.
Okay.
That she's seen something in there that's caught her eye, but she can't quite figure it out.
Okay, I slap my book shut with my single hand, put it inside my satchel.
And she also then goes, and look, I know you've got the most coin, and there's some sending stones in there. They could be useful. Just saying.
Okay. Fine.
Here comes the bank. Ching ching.
Once more into the abyss.
ching.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, she just points it out to you.
Cool.
Okay, so this is it a potion? Sorry.
No, so it's the
Yeah. It was the box that Sabine was pointing at. Yeah.
box with like sliding bits on it. I'm not really sure what it is. Seems pretty cool.
Okay. Shall I roll something?
Yeah, if you want to roll.
I'll have a little play with it. I'll have a little fiddle.
Yeah, roll an
fiddle with the box.
investigation check for me.
Ah, shit. It's not a very good day for me today, I'm afraid. It's 10 in total.
10. I mean, you can see that there are various bits that seem to be slide and some are interconnected, and there does appear to be some sort of a pattern to it, but it literally encompasses the whole box, and you kind of move it, and there is something inside, and it's got a bit of weight to it, but to get inside of this would take some time.
And it's just like a puzzle box, right?
Looks like it. It's about 3 inches high and then about 8 inches long. It's nice. It's really well crafted, and like, despite it being in a shop full of other kind of rusty, dirty pieces of crap, this is surprisingly clean, and everything moves as if it was brand new.
Okay. I'll ask Miss Moldy Hole herself.
Well, as you look to the counter, she's not there. However, just behind Owain, you see just a woman. Hi.
Oh.
Yes, I should have expected you to do that.
You kind of already feel her fingers kind of like creeping over your shoulders.
Oh no.
Oh man. I guess I didn't see you down there.
You see me if I want you to see me down there.
We were on our way out of town, and our young friend here, he absolutely insisted that we return, just to see you again.
He did?
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't just him, but all of us. We saw a spark between you two, and just couldn't let that go amiss, could we?
I felt it too. I lit candles for you.
Oh my god.
Can I see the candles from where I'm stood?
Roll a perception check.
Made out of our own earwax. Disgusting.
16.
16. I mean, there's a few candles just kind of littered around the shop itself, but behind some curtains, behind the actual counter itself, you can see what looks like a semi-crafted, like plasticine head. And if you squint, it could maybe look like you.
I'm not sure I understand.
So remember last time we were here, Owen didn't really understand these advances. He gets it now, and it's just, you know, when something scares you and you get the cold shiver like down your spine and you freeze. That's what's happened to him at the moment, and he's just on. He's like petrification. That's what he looks like.
He's been frozen.
Stiff as a board. That's how I was when I first saw you.
No.
I'm afraid I need to get a drink for this.
Edie, prior to any extracurricular activities you may wish to participate in with our companion here, would you mind answering a couple of questions about some items you have for sale? I'm sure there's plenty of time for you and Owain to become acquainted. We are quite keen to get some business done.
Oh, anything for friends of Owain. She's not even like breaking eye contact with you. She's just like boring holes into the back of Owain's head. She's still like just like kind of massaging you a little.
So I'll ask the blue potion you have over there and the books. What is the potion and how much are the books?
Yeah, why don't you go over there and check it out?
Okay, my dear. And she kind of like drifts her like long bony fingers through the back of your hair and like drifts away.
Hey.
And she picks up the bottle, kind of shakes it a little bit, puts her ear to it. Wow, that was perfect timing.
Is this your alone
Is that the
time?
sound effect? Is that what she hears from the bottle?
Here's a deep cut for you. It's Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg from the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh,
So
there you go.
I'm a gamer guy.
But yeah, so she picks it up, puts it to her ear, listens to it for a moment. Well, that's a potion of water breathing. You know, if you need to go down for a while.
Oh.
And how much is that?
Oh. How does she make everything sexual?
Just trying to keep a stone face. Just like, not rising to it.
She just kind of swirls it around a little bit.
Swirls it. Ugh.
That'd be 150 gold, but I suppose someone could dress me down for it, I guess.
What's the lowest you would go?
As
Very
you have,
poor choice of words.
as you have Owain here, make a persuasion check with advantage.
I want to, presuming I heard that discussion, I want to go over to Owain and whisper in his ear as these two are talking and say, "This is an absolutely critical potion, and we may need you to aid us in the procurement, Owain."
24.
24. She swirls it around, but this time kind of looking through it at Owain. I could drop down to 110, perhaps. She's kind of blowing at you. Like,
And the books on the shelf over there, what are they worth?
she kind of hands the potion back to you. Goes over to the books and just kind of rubs her hands over it, runs her fingers down the spines whilst looking at Owain.
Does she ever break eye contact with me?
You know what? It's kind of weird. It's almost like no matter which position she's in, you can always see at least like a bit of the eye trained on you.
They both got them under their eyes.
These would be 10 gold each.
How about this? I'll take the potion and one of the books, the history book, for 100.
I think that's a fair deal.
I was thinking that too. We're in sync.
Like two peas in a pod.
She quickly runs over to the counter and is like, that's a deal for me.
God.
So just mark that off.
Sold.
As she takes the coins and passes over the items to you, she kind of whisks back around from the from behind the counter and kind of slides almost like ice skater over to Owain and just kind of drapes herself on you, just gets her lips nice and close to your ears. She's like, "Oh, it's so nice to be in your presence again. I can't wait to
I immediately feel
smell
so
you."
good.
Well,
it's
man.
you can feel spittle on the inner ear. It's
There's
hot.
something I really need for a spell, and I'm so scared to ask for it.
Please do.
Well, yeah, there was one other thing I was hoping you could help me find.
Anything for you.
Maybe several of them, because you kind of seem like, you're a woman of the world, and I imagine this item you'd probably have quite a few in stock, but I can't see for looking around here. What I'm asking for is a few leather straps.
Oh, Owen, I hoped that you were into that sort of thing. I'll be right back. And she kind of whisks away, but not to anywhere like in the front of house. It's directly to back of house. Like disappears for a little bit. What is it specifically that you're looking for? Is it just
leather straps? So I was thinking like, yeah, man, like obviously if they're not purpose built, anything like a satchel strap would do. But
Yeah.
like anything that is just a strip of leather, that's what I'd need.
Well, just because Sabine was, or George was also getting at this, I would say for the most part, if there is any spells that you have that require material components that don't cost money and aren't like super extravagant, like demon's blood or something like that, you could probably find it in here. So yeah, like leather straps, like bits of fleece, all that sort of stuff you could probably find in here. So we'll say for the most part, if you've got anything like that, don't worry about it too much. But if it's something a little bit more, like even if it's like holy water, you'd probably have to go to a church or a temple to find that.
Yeah. Okay.
But after a couple of moments, you hear a loud like whack as she comes from around the curtain, like just hitting these bits of leather straps together, and then like hitting her hand like, found them.
How weathered these straps looked?
Not nearly as weathered as her.
Is it like Cat and Nine Tails?
It looks like it could have been pulled from one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she just brings one out and starts cutting it up in front of us.
But she comes over and she just looks you in the eye like, on the house.
Ah, ruined my next line. But that's fine.
And she just puts them into your hand, and you can. She's probably. It's a mixture of nervous / excited because there's a lot of sweat on the hand as it like passes over your palm.
That's just what it's like when I shake anyone's hands. Wow, I'm so glad you were able to part with these. I'm really grateful, but we're kind of on our way out of here, so thanks for the hookup, but we need to go.
Oh, that's...
Ulrich stepped forward like, it's okay. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I need to see this come to fruition.
Would you deny a dying man?
That's fine. Just a quick look at the lips. She's already got like some form of like chapstick just going around the hole.
We haven't had a chance to look at the box yet, have we?
No, you guys have just been kind of like looking at this box whilst Owain has been, borderline like assaulted.
Yeah.
I thought these were on the house.
The leather straps were.
What else? What comes after?
Oh.
Were the sending stones separate? Is the box there's something else in addition to the sending stones?
Yeah,
Two separate items.
Yeah, 2 separate items.
Okay. I mean, I'll let her kiss Owain first. I'm not going to interrupt that. But then when she's quite finished, then I will try to get her attention.
Yeah. So instead of like some sort of
RP for that.
instead of some sort of like chapstick, it looks like some sort of like mushroom that's had the bulb cut off and has like left this kind of like sticky, slimy residue that she's just running over her lips. I'm ready when you are.
That's not right.
Her like fingers are almost like the like the face huggers. Just
I give Owain a very solemn nod as if he's about to leave on a suicide mission, and I'm just like,
Once again, grabs the Seldarine emblem and just look to the sky and say, forgive me, and go in with like the most pursed, clenched arsehole lips.
It is.
And there's no action from Owain.
Oh, but there is more than enough
tongue,
action
no tongue
from
there.
her. You, for anybody that's close by and is looking at it like side on, it's like just Owain has just got like his mouth closed and like slightly pursed. Her tongue is just lashing all over the front of his face, and it's horrible, and it makes your stomach turn a little. And
Dean
as she
shows up in the corner behind us. It's like a
Crowns come back up.
it's like that dribble kind of sick. We're like,
and as she kind of
Do you know in Endgame when Thor is like, I can't remember what scene it is, but he's just behind in the scene's just like, that's all right now, just like.
and she kind of pulls away, and there's like a little bit of saliva that like connects them for a moment before it like drips down.
It makes me sick.
this is so visceral. Oh.
I've made a huge mistake.
I don't think I've ever heard you be so descriptive, Nathan.
That
At
was...
the sight of that, I would walk away.
I've got what I came for. I'm out.
Yeah, you
That's
look
more.
back at Owen and you just see a man drained of all colour. His demeanour is like defeated. It's almost as if he's had the life sucked out of him.
Yeah. There's a weird sheen just above his top lip and like on that under bit of his mouth as well, where there's just saliva left.
Edie made me grab her Hooters.
Oh, that was as good as I was expecting it to be. So full of vigor.
Now,
I feel drained.
I'm glad it wasn't as good for you as it was for me.
Owain, can I see you outside?
Yes.
As you
Like
turn
that.
away, she like slaps your ass. Like, I see you around, lover boy.
Oh, no. Okay.
thank goodness the lovebirds have been split up. Ah, you two. Now about these stones.
Seamless.
She just kind of like floats around on one foot. Yeah. Mm.
How much for the stones in the box?
Well, let me have a look. And she picks up the stones.
Sabine, you're in the shop, aren't you, with me still?
Just about. She's just clinging
Yeah.
on to life. right now.
I pull you in like round the. I put my hand around your waist and pull you closer to say that we're like a couple. To be like to imply that I won't be doing whatever Owain was doing. 'Cause otherwise,
She notices this. She's like, "Oh, don't worry. I prefer good boys." But she starts rolling the standing stones in her hand like a couple of like medicine, like Chinese medicine balls. She's like, that'd be. Ooh, that's probably $250 for these two. They're pretty special. And let me have a look at this. And she picks the box up off from you. Oh, I forgot I even had this. That'd probably be about 1,000 gold for that one. This is
now I realise you're probably hot flushed at this moment, so maybe you want to take a few moments to cool yourself down before you ask for a more appropriate price.
Oh no, that's a pretty reasonable price actually. This is well, let's just say that a really sneaky person had to place this here after they we're haunted by someone. Oh boy. Oh, I wouldn't want to get involved with that one. Let's just say he wasn't any Owen.
Fortunately, no one else is. What would it take for you to budge on that price? Dare I ask?
Sorry, I'm just double checking a thing real quick. Yes. Well, I'm not gonna see Owen for quite some time, so perhaps some of his hair.
Oh, okay, that would be easily arranged. I turn to Sabine and say,
Yeah.
"Darling, would you mind?"
Sabine goes out and just the most nimblest, sleight of handest, ready to roll for thing, just runs up to him, just a little bit with the dagger, just a little slice, trying to be as discreet as possible.
Make a stealth check first.
Yeah,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, you two are kind of like conversing at the moment. We'll see if you notice like her coming out the door.
That is a grand total of 26.
So you
Hell yeah.
nimbly slide through the door, and as you're like Naruto running up to Owen to like slice the hair off, make a I think having your hair tugged and like sliced off is enough to notice. So you grab a little bit of a handful, and Owen, you suddenly feel a little bit of pressure at the back of your head, and then it's like suddenly released as you see Sabine just kind of like running away from you.
He pats on it.
It's a little bit of a patch missing. It kind of blends a little bit, but if you look at it at a certain angle, you got a good chunk missing of your hair, mate.
He goes to like step back into the store because his assumption is just it must have been something Edie did when she lay one on him, but then it's just like I don't want to be anywhere near there. So he just kind of leaves it and kind of just like whenever he's talking to someone, just nervously has his hand on the back of his head.
Forever paranoid.
Sabine comes back in and goes up to Edie and is, holding it like in her hands. Go, before we make this like a thing, I just want to guarantee you're not going to do anything that would hurt our friend. If I give you this,
I wanted to check while it was just the pair of us that she's not like a fucking hag.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Make an insight check.
That is a great shout.
That's a nat 1, baby. That's 5.
Kind of hard to read. She seems like very infatuated with Owen.
Sorry to interrupt there. That's smart.
Depending on what she says next, I want to insight check the shit out of what she says.
Well, as you come back with the hair, she's like, "Oh, my Owen."
So you're not going to do anything to hurt him with this, right?
Follow me. And she starts like walking towards the back area.
Nope.
Gesturing
Nope.
for you to follow her.
Is she gonna do what I think she's gonna do?
And she's like at the like weird like beaded curtain. She's like, "Come in."
Being just like slowly head turns to Quinn, just like
In for a penny, as the peasants say.
Subtle flex there, mate.
I've got 3,000 gold. Come at me.
I'm sorry, what? I have like 20 gold and like shit all.
Yeah, well, he didn't get arrested, did he?
Yeah, the benefits of not being incarcerated.
That's fair, yeah.
Many.
many times, yeah.
I follow her.
Okay, so as you slowly approach, she kind of stretches the curtain a little bit wider, and you two see a little bit more clearly than what Owen did, a kind of plasticine head that could be Owen. There's certain features that resemble it.
What has she used for the plait?
Nothing yet. She's like,
It's
I
just
needed
like
something.
Swedish noodles.
I needed something to pull the look together, and this hair. That's like my favourite part about him, the way that it rests on his earlobes.
However bizarre that is
hair.
all you're planning on doing with it, right?
I mean, what else would I do with it? It's his hair.
Fine. And she... Wait, but we haven't got a deal yet, so no, she's still going to do it, yeah?
Yeah, no.
We're just going to hand it over, and she'll be like, yeah, it's still 1,000. Yeah, well, what does it get us off of these items?
I will allow you to make I can't think of the word. Persuasion with advantage again. Depending on what you roll, depends on how much it goes down by.
We're just a regular, everyday couple looking to purchase a pair of speaking stones. There was nothing.
Persuasion, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy, that's 23 in total. I rolled a 16.
Ooh.
Plus 6.
She's like really like antsy about not having the hair in her hands yet. Okay, well, all right. Okay. The sending stones, I could probably bring them down to about 180. That's good, right? Yeah. And the box, I mean, it belonged to Cinder, so I could go down to 800, but that's a lot. Ooh, getting
What's in the box?
palpitations.
What is it?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh, what's in the bag?
It's a very, very important item that belonged to Cinder. The Cinder. I don't know why she got rid of it, but...
Does the name ring a bell?
Does it?
You can both make a history check.
Sorry, everybody else. But Simon should stop trying to flirt with everyone, I guess. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
This is history, yeah?
Yes.
19. I'm rolling really good right now, so I'm probably going to
19.
die if we have any combat.
No, don't worry, I'll protect you.
Sabine, it doesn't quite ring a bell to you. Quinn, you are vaguely familiar with a famous Cinder being part of a group known as the Scions of Light.
They sound way too righteous for me.
Yeah, very famous group, probably about 100 years ago. But they fought a great evil and disbanded not long after that happened.
Okay, I would say I'll kind of cast Sabina and look and say, okay then, you have a deal. Hand her the hair, please, darling.
She snatches the hair and just like immediately.
Oh god.
Oh, we're gonna spend so many nights together. Just like stroking it.
Gonna be like a fucking golem or something with everyone's face.
He's gonna have to fight the shadow self of himself. That would be it.
Mega Owain.
But yeah, she takes the coins off of you and just is like, well, like wiping tears from her eyes. If there's anything else, just let me know.
We should burn this entire town down.
If you're doing it a favour.
Yeah.
Sabine
Saving
does actually mention that she needs to restock on just basic spell stuff. She probably should do the thing she wanted to go there for in the first place.
Yeah,
So,
you were away when I mentioned this. Anything that requires like basic material components for a spell, you could probably find it in here. If it's anything that requires value, then that's where you'd have to probably go to an actual like shop of the arcane. And if it requires something a bit more like specific, like blood or something like that, that's where you'd probably have to find something a bit more.
Blood.
But yeah, like fleece and string, like you said earlier, is like you find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Really.
Cool. Yeah, it'd just be those kind of things. So
Cool.
I will lead Sabine out again with my hand around her waist to keep up the image of being a happily married couple. And
as soon as we get out of our shot of
as
Edie,
you're
she's
walking
gonna-
away, you can just hear in the background.
Sabine just smacks your hand off of her waist. It's
oh
like,
shit!
Oh,
Oh wow! Yeah, no one. knows.
but she does go. That was a good show, though. We did great in there. Great teamwork.
Oh,
Yes, a show. Yes, of course. Yes, no, we did rather well. Thank you for acquiring the hair, of course.
Oh man, I really ship it.
yeah.
I am. Quinn is doing the whole like hands behind his back, twiddling his toes on the floor, down on the ground.
Ooh, girl.
Noticed me, senpai?
Yes, no, quite. Anyway, gentlemen, we have acquired the goods, so let us make haste.
Yes.
Yeah, have we
Mon
done
Ulum.
pissing about? Are we getting on the road then, are we?
Sounds good to me.
I believe so. Who wants to take the other one of these? And I proffer the speaking stone out to the group.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, I shouldn't be trusted with that kind of jiggery pokery.
You normally send me ahead to check for stuff anyway, so it makes sense.
Very wise. There you go. I shall keep the other one safely on my purse.
yeah. I was going to say, just make sure that you make a note of who has those for like keeping track of and losing party members. Cool. So it's probably about half 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is high in the sky. It's a relatively clear sky. Heading off.
Well, yeah, Ulrich, why don't you follow your heart?
Well, I'll lead the way, I guess. And I guess I just head off in the direction that I'm being pulled, as it were.
Cool. So you start heading off in a northwesternly direction, which you presume is Mon Ulum. There is actually a road that leads out of town from this direction anyway, which makes it a little bit easier. And you start venturing through the swampy terrain of Brightshade. Cool. You make it probably an hour or so, and as you start kind of venturing a little bit further away from Brightshade, it does become a little bit harder to keep track of the road itself, as the topography, you're not used to traversing this really, so it kind of starts to blend together. So Ulrich, as you said that you are leading the way, could I get you to make a survival check for me?
Oh, Lord.
We should have checked for a map or something back in the town.
Shit!
Just as a
Big
note,
biology.
I would have whistled, and you guys would have seen a kind of a softly like glowing kind of white furred elk come out from the stables. Then on its big horns, there's this kind of like runic kind of glowing sigils and stuff like that. And I'd have hopped up on its back and be like, "Let's go, Monty! Come on,
Monty.
Fuck, that's gorgeous. Monty.
Montgomery, but Monty, yes."
Do I get to call him Monty, or do I have to call him Montgomery?
Kind of lean over and be like, "Is Monty okay?" Monty's fine.
Monty.
Rob, which one is it for this one? Is it Fine Steed or Phantom Steed?
Fine steed.
Fine Steed, cool.
So cool.
Just so I know.
And we're on foot, just like, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys see this rather majestic looking creature, and as he's making his way through the mud, it doesn't seem to have any like dirt kind of appearing on it. It's like there's just pure, like almost divine energy that's just formed into this elk, did you say?
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Been from the north, and elk makes sense.
Mm.
King in the north. I rolled an 18.
18. Okay. It's difficult, but you do manage to see signs of other tracks and cart lines that seem to be heading in this direction, and you manage not to veer off, as every now and again you do hear the sound of various creatures growling somewhere off in the distance.
DM,
Far
sorry.
away.
We're not headed towards the Zonic Plains, are we?
No, that's a little bit further north from Mon Ulum. You might be able to, like, at an extreme distance, be able to see it, as it covers quite a large span of land, but
I
not
would,
that you
I would
need.
probably generally warn against heading that way.
Mm.
No good there.
Okie dokie.
I'd also like to talk on the trip to somebody while we have a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to, through gritted teeth, talk to Ulysses and Owain, and say, I'll run up next to Ulysses and his. Are you riding the elk? Are you riding Monty?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
Try to jump up side saddle and.
yes. I say full of confidence, but like super scared because.
I'll lower my arm down and hoist him up so he can sit alongside.
I have a question to ask. I picked up something in that lovely, quaint little shop. That was somehow related to the Scions of Light. That rang a few bells, and I figured it might be more within your wheelhouse than it is mine.
Do I know anything about the Signs of Light?
For you can make either a history check or a religion check.
It's the same bonus regardless. Natural 20.
Nice.
24 total.
Damn. Okay, right. Let me get a whole load of exposition ready. I was going to say,
nice.
I was a little bit
Nice.
hesitant about that one.
Should have gone either way.
So, the Scions of Light were a group of adventurers from about 100 or so years ago that banded together and they were charged by the cities of Esteros to fight an evil known as a couple of brothers. What are their names again? Faye Lanix and Faye Lanus, who were from Dunmere, which is down very far south, the most southern continent of Remoras. And they feuded with them a couple of times. There was a famous battle that they had on the western side of Esteros, which involved one of the brothers riding a giant. I can't remember its name. Let me just double check what it is. Bear with me 2 seconds.
Are the brothers the good guys or the bad guys? Sorry.
They are the bad guys.
Cool. That's what I thought. Thank you.
They were two brothers that practiced in kind of necromancy and lichdom and all that kind of stuff, but purely from the perspective of wiping out humans.
Sounds good to me.
Sabine's like, right on.
There
Sabine's not there. She doesn't really. That's okay.
Where has it?
I love the map, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, so one of the brothers, so many different notes. Lanix rode a horizon-back tortoise, stampeding through the western side of Esteros, destroying various different towns and cities until the group arrived and managed to kill the horizon back, and that is what is now known as Runner's End.
Very
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we've been there. We got the postcard.
We do.
And one of the final times that they were known to be together, they fought at the. Well, they fought at the. I'll have to find the name for that in a moment. But they fought at the very center of Esteros at a point known specifically from the Cataclysm when that happened. And their leader, a paladin by the name of Alvaro Gallen, died whilst they were fighting them, and seemingly the two brothers were jettisoned from this plane of existence.
Alvaro, the Science of Light leader.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Once that happened, the group disbanded, and all of its members, including Reva Iro, who you more specifically know, Alvaro Gallen and Reva Iro, both a paladin and a cleric, are pretty famous among people of religion as being kind of people to look up to when holding yourself in a high regard, no matter what religion you practice, really.
Sure.
There was Fenlin Stillskin, Cinder, and there was a wizard by the name of Pelagus.
That rings a bell.
Most people knew him as Pelagus the Cunning.
He sounds like my kind of boy.
And yeah, they all disbanded, and that was it. They all went to different areas of the planet, and nobody really ever heard of them ever again. But they were known as wielding various kind of godly magical items, and they were, for lack of a better term, the bee's knees when it came to being true and good and fighting for what was right in the world.
Cool.
How much do you wish to?
All of it.
Yeah, and that's all. Most of that you know from the perspective of these two holy people, and you knew that they were part of a group. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'd probably tell him most of that, but kind of with a focus on how Alvaro Gallen is kind of like the proto Ulysses Armstrong, and how he kind of set the template, but the templates are meant to be broken, and you can always improve on the original.
Yeah.
I am dutifully writing notes in my book, but I obviously stop writing notes anytime you start talking about religion or templates. Yes.
Himself. It's a lot of talking about himself.
Yeah, but and then as soon as you start talking about like, and then there was this person, just straight scribbling down again. Thank you for your information there. I have procured this book from ED. This box from ED that was allegedly owned by Cinder of the Science of Light. I think that was their name. Excuse me.
Yeah, Cinder was it was one of they were known to carry some pretty impressive components, some godly weapons.
Should we smash it open then?
Certainly
That sounds like a good idea, right?
sounds like a terrible idea.
You are our proud leader, Ulrich. You need to be focused on the path ahead always.
All right, I'll go and do that then. And he wanders off.
I'll keep you company, Ulrich, because this is like above Sabine's level.
All right, sounds good. Let's play tic-tac-toe.
No, No, if we're doing this, we're doing it properly. We're going to keep an eye on the road, okay? We can play I Spy. There we go.
Yeah, bit of I Spy sounds great.
I know you so well.
I would look to Quinn to say, what you hold in your hands may well hold something that Cinder once wielded in some pretty legendary battles. There's a good chance. Do you mind if I ask how much you paid for it?
It was 800 gold, so I'm hoping that correlates with its power.
I would be shocked if you didn't have a bargain on your hands there.
If you'll be so kind to allow me to stay on Monty, I shall investigate further while we travel.
By all means. Although I will ask you to make some room for Owain shortly. I feel poorly for the boy.
Oh, I don't. Sake. Is there room for three of us?
No, not at the moment. Listen, you stay here for an hour or so. Make yourself comfortable. But I feel like I owe him something of a debt.
Okay.
I feel we all do to a degree.
The jury's out on that one. I swing so we're sitting back to back, and so
Sure.
I'm facing off the back of Monty, and just spend the hour DM fiddling with the box.
Cool.
And while I take a comfort break, while other people do something else. In the
Me and Ulrich can play I Spy for 30 minutes if you want, everyone. Sound good for the podcast? Yeah, let's do it.
So,
I spy with my little eye something beginning with R.
Road?
Shit. Alright, you'll go.
And it goes on like that for a little while.
so for Ulysses in particular, a couple of things. So fucking so many notes. Where's he gone? Yeah. So Galen specifically worshipped the Platinum Dragon. Mm-hmm. And Iroh worshipped the Dawn Father. And the little place that they had their final fight in was known as the Zenith.
That was the center of Asteris?
Yes. Yeah.
The Zenith. Cataclysm at the Zenith.
Yep.
Very cool, very swag.
This Friday,
Place to visit.
Cataclysm at the Zenith.
Sup, batches!
Welcome to the stage. Cataclysm.
Cool. And
Cataclysm.
I will say after that exposition dump, we will have a quick break just so everybody can get a drink, stretch your legs. Everybody that's watching, you can also do the same. Maybe crack your back a little bit, something like that. And we will be back probably, I would say, aim to be back for maybe like 5 minutes past 9-ish.
Sounds good.
Oh, a double
Sound
break
good,
for
baby.
me.
Perfect. So yeah, be back in a moment.
This is that cover, by the way, if you listen.
Yeah. I think I recognised it when I was Edison.
Hello.
Hit me.
We're back.
Hey, hey.
Discussing film and whatnot. And sorry for the massive exposition dump, but I'm like, oh my god, all that lore that I wrote, it's being used. My brain.
So tasty.
Oh,
And straight afterwards, we went and played I Spy. So it's like getting everything out of this session.
Yeah.
Multifaceted D&D right here.
That's it.
It's got highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So you are still progressing through the jungle, or the swamp rather. And you've probably been going with everybody kind of chit-chatting and whatnot for about probably in total about 2 hours now. It took you a few hours to get through it in the first place anyway, so you're probably not too far off.
Did I learn anything spending a short rest with the box? Sorry.
I would say a short rest would require you to specifically sit down with it, not on the back
I'm sat on Monty.
You're on an elk bouncing up and down as you're walking through. I mean, if you want to, you can make an investigation check, but it would be with disadvantage.
No, I put it in the bin. I throw it in the mud. Over my shoulder out the car window.
Something tastes real salty over here.
Look, sorry, mate, but you can't call yourself a true hunter if you're going to act like that. So
I'll just go and get carted.
I've been wounded this day.
Fine, I'll wait until I'm sat down in a vacuum chamber in motionless stasis, so I can have a look at the box.
in an immersion pod or whatever. Yeah.
I would have given it about an hour and a half with Quince out the back, and then I would have turned and looked and just kind of said, "I think you should jump off now."
Yes. I've had quite enough up here anyway. I just slide off the back here.
And I'd beckon Owain over.
Yeah.
Put my hand down and hoist him up.
Cool.
I feel like you've earned a rest, friend.
Well, thank you. I try not to rest on my laurels too much. I don't. When we were in the temple, we used to do about 12-hour shifts at a time. So, resting when I can get it, I'll take it.
You wouldn't have spent those 12 hours locking lips with a beast, though.
Believe it or not, I spend most of that time locking horns with anything that would try and invade.
It sounds quite impressive, actually. Unexpected. Take a load off. Enjoy the sights as best you can, I suppose.
Listen, I really appreciate the foot up here, but I gotta ask, as a man of faith, what you make of the big guy's predicament?
The what? Say that again?
Yeah, Mike.
What do you think of the big guy? His whole predicament of being undead.
I do know that if I smite him, it'll hurt him more. But beyond that, he seems like a decent chap. I know very little of the circumstances surrounding his situation, how he got himself into this mess, or how Frederick got him into such a state.
Yeah, thanks, Frederick.
I feel compelled to help him, though. This is the makings of a great tale, and what better way to cement yourself in history and earn the glory that I so desire than following such an opportunity. What about you? What do you make of it?
If you want my opinion, there's only one way this tale is going to end. I don't know who this Frederick guy was, but he seems like a really suspicious guy. And whatever hex he's put on him, he's an abomination. He shouldn't be walking around if you're dead. I think we have to help him out once he gets home.
Well, I agree. He doesn't look dead, though. Typically, the undead that I've come across myself have a smell of them. They shamble, and there's something about them that denotes, that thing is an abomination that needs to be smitten from this land. I don't get that vibe from Ulrich. Not exactly the same vibe. He's abominable for sure, but not in the same way.
Sorry, are you sat on your mic or something?
Can you not hear me again?
Now
There
we
we
go.
Okay.
Oh,
Really weird.
maybe it's just the voice.
Maybe.
Well, maybe I'm just not as worldly as you, because it seems like if something that going on, you put an into
It's
it
the
straight
headphones.
away.
It's definitely your headphones, mate.
Huh?
Yeah, it's got to be like the little black bit by your neck. I think every time like you kind of lean over, it goes into your hoodie, and then you can't hear it anymore.
Sounds like you've gone swimming.
But there's no mic on my headphones.
I mean, it sounds better now, so there's got to be something going on.
Okay.
I feel like
so
we're just
Owen
making you like super paranoid now.
yeah, like I don't know what it could be. Yeah, Owen just kind of says, I agree partially with what you're saying, but it's just it doesn't sit right with him because he doesn't understand it.
And again, it's somewhat beyond my understanding as well. This isn't typical necromancy or the work of kind of pit lords or anything of the sort. This is something entirely different. But we are two stalwart defenders of justice, right? We'll make sure that this ragtag group of ne'er-do-wells do right, and I feel Ulrich has a kinship with them and yourself, and he deserves protecting.
I like that. It's a good notion.
Continue. Right.
Yeah,
Until I kill you all.
They're still playing I Spy up front. And it just comes to Sabine's go. I spy with my little eye something beginning with R.
I'm going to go with rhododendrons.
No, not quite. Maybe just the first few letters.
Roadies? Are there roadies here?
No. You might have said it earlier, maybe.
All right, we'll just say that you've won. How's that?
I mean, the whole reason I picked the word was because you used it earlier and then you could win. But you know what? Don't worry. Fuck it. And she just starts to walk a bit slower. She leaves you to it.
Ulrich pulls out the battle axe and is like, do you know what it was? I can't remember.
Can I see him doing this? Now I'm off the horse and not
I
fiddling with a
mean,
stupid
you're
box.
probably all within like 10 feet of each other, so it's not hard to see him pull this massive battle axe out and just start talking to it.
Okay, I absolutely cast message then.
It was a trope from like the very second session. It carries on until the fucking end of this.
Sabrina's passed the torch.
Yeah.
What's nice, it's like character development though, because you did it to be like tricky at first, but now it's keep him happy until he
Keeping
dies.
it going. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep
I
giving
like
this addict drugs until they die of an overdose.
It's almost like Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you send to Ulrich?
No.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember either. That's fair enough. But at least we're as done with each other, eh? And he pops it back on his back.
So a couple of things. First of all, it's fine. Also, during that whole conversation with Ulysses, you did have a distinct smell ruminating from your mouth area of just like day-old garlic. It's real bad. Just kind of lingers there a bit. Who's leading at the moment?
I thought I was still
Ulrich?
chomping ahead.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me as you are fearlessly leading yourselves through this
Hell yeah.
area.
21.
21. as you are progressing, you do notice that some of the tracks that you've been following do seem to suddenly veer off into the brush, and you can see just off into the distance what looks like faint little bits of light. About 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
From this range, it could be torchlight. We're not sure. There's too much kind of overgrowth hanging from like the top to really get a good clear view. But you do notice that as you're walking along.
Do I have like a certain vibe from that? Is it like eerie? Is it like kind of spooky? Or does it feel safe? Does it feel like the way I should be going as such?
I mean, it's from where you are, it's still pretty bright out. There's a bit of shade provided by the canopy above.
But it's not dark and stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it's not dark and spooky at the moment.
Cool. Yeah, I will say to the guys, there seems to be something down here, so I'm going to go check it out. You're welcome to join if you want.
Yes, Sabine will.
We'll stay on the road, I think.
All right, well, I'll be back in a bit then.
Can I use my divine sense?
Yeah. What's the radius on that?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Nothing immediately within that range kind of pricks your radar, as it were. How long does it last for? Or is it just instantaneous? Just blips?
It's kind of like an instant thing.
Okay.
I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn, so like 6 seconds or so. Since anything affected by the Hallow spell, anything celestial, fiendish, or undead within 60 feet.
Yeah. Within that range, nothing immediately springs to you.
Apart from me.
Apart from Ulrich.
That was all right.
Yeah.
Sabine's going to go with Ulrich, and then she just holds up the sending stone and goes, guess we'll try these out then, and looks to Quinn.
It's also worth mentioning, I've got this thing called the Aura of Alacrity, which means anyone within 5 feet of me moves an additional 10 feet.
Awesome.
So while we're on the road, we would have been going just a little bit quicker than we anticipated.
Nice.
Hot shit.
It's a cool little thing, that's all.
That is cool.
Chef's kiss.
All right, what's these lights then? What's going on here?
I'm just double checking something.
Are we stealthing up ahead? Ulrich?
No. I mean, he wouldn't have thought about that.
I was just double checking if you had to attune to the sending stones, but it's fine.
Okay, cool.
You'll probably need Quinn to identify them at some point to know specifically how they work, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if only I could have spent an hour on the back of a horse doing it.
Elk.
So yeah, it's an elk, mate. Like,
Sorry, yeah, that's the reason why. That was the straw that broke the elk's back. Yeah, got it.
Cool. So Ulrich goes stomping through the underbrush, kind of just carving a path through various bushes and kind of vines and whatnot are hanging from above, whilst you, Sabine, slowly, maybe a certain amount of feet back or relatively close to him.
If it depends how much he's stomping. If he's stomping a lot, Sabine's going to distance herself a little bit, and maybe just go like wide of him, so like not behind him or ahead of him, but to almost like flanking almost.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with he's held a stomping. Yeah.
Yep. Of course.
She's not going to try and persuade him.
Well, he knows he's going to die soon, so he's just fearless, absolutely fearless.
Yeah.
So you two kind of push forward whilst the rest of you remain back at the car. You get probably about 80 feet, and as you're walking through, you do see bits of broken wood. And as you kind of get to that about 80 feet mark, you come out into a bit of a clearing. And the lights have diminished; they're not there anymore. But what you do see is like a bit of like a body of water, but like just in front of this area. It's probably about, I don't know, about 30 feet ish. You see various bodies of different levels of decay, and you see quite a few wagons that have chests, sacks of some sort of material. You see barrels, like there's quite a few different things here, and it looks like there's probably about 4 or 5 different wagons, and probably in total about, I don't know, about 10 or 12 kind of bodies around. There's some animal bodies as well, but there's a few humans or humanoid.
Ulrich would like to unsheath his battle axe and kind of get in a fighting stance and be like, if anyone's gonna try and rob me, now's your best chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say that.
She's just going to ready a hand crossbow.
Cool.
Hold an attack.
So are you Ulrich like right in the middle of this space, or are you?
Yeah, I've wandered forward and
Okay.
just like stood in the middle.
Okay. And Sabine, you a little bit
Stays
further
at the tree
back
line.
at the tree line, back and like to the right a little bit.
Hand crossbow ready. Like, just surveying the scene.
Okay.
Sending stone in the other hand, not realizing that it doesn't work yet.
Well, if you're keeping an eye out, make a perception check for me.
All right. It's not too hot. That is a grand total of 12.
12. Okay, cool. So, you wait for a moment. Everything seems to be quiet. You, Ulrich, as you're like standing in the space, you kind of backing up a little bit. You're fairly close to the water, and
I never said that.
if you're right in the middle of this space, you're probably about 10, 15 feet away from the water.
Just to remind you, I have cat-like reflexes. So.
Some kind of vision that enables you to see better.
Nah, it's daylight, bitches.
Yeah, day vision.
Yeah, it's like midday, isn't it?
Day vision. Oh.
Afternoon vision.
Yeah, you hear the sound of something breaking a water's surface, as you immediately feel something kind of rushing towards you. I need a few of these.
I've got danger sense. Is that helpful?
It's helpful when you know something's there.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's fair.
Just checking. Oh, I need more. Okay.
Are you collecting dice?
Okay.
Sounds like it.
That can't be good.
So,
I take 100 points of damage.
no, not 100. So first of all, I just need to double check where that is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so first of all, does a 28 hit?
Nah, mate, that's fucking nah. I'm armor class 30.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, they both hit.
Okay, and then finally, does a 15 hit?
That is, in fact, my AC right now. So yeah.
Okay, so the 28, which was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, just from your perspective, Sabine, as you're like kind of surveying like the bush line and everything, you suddenly see these 3 like almost snake-like heads emerge from the water and just sink into Ulrich, one into each shoulder and then one kind of clamping down onto his back, as this massive lizard-like creature starts emerging from the water just behind him. And you see, as well as these 3 heads, you see another 2 come out as well. I think. Let me just roll. Let me just roll some damage first, and then I'll get you all to roll initiative.
Do we hear anything from the road?
Also,
Maybe like yelping.
Yeah, I would say you'd probably hear like some sort of like, yeah, and that would probably be like
Again?
That's not good.
You'd probably also hear Sabine screaming into the sending stone. Fuck! So you might hear that over the fact that they're not working.
But but the 3 of you, the 3 of you are currently about 70 feet away from the brush line, and then Ulrich would be like another 15 feet or so away from you. So Ulrich, let me just.
I would like to rage.
First of all, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Easy. That's my opinion.
You take 7 points of piercing damage. And you take another 19 points of piercing damage. And that's the crit. As these 3, you just feel like teeth sink into you from behind, as like there's just like bits of water kind of like starting to run down you, mixing with your blood. Let's roll initiative.
Right. Oh, before we do that, just very quickly, I did kind of say, I kind of said it flippantly, that I was going to ready an attack action earlier.
He did.
Could I get that on this thing that's just Ulrich and also get sneak because proximity? DM.
We roll them.
Just remind me just quickly of sneak attack. Is it within 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
This thing is not within 5 feet of Ulrich.
Oh, it's got range. Okay.
Yeah,
Can I still try and hit it at distance?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far away are they from Sabine? She's on the tree line?
From you, probably only about 30 feet.
Okay, so it's within, so there's no disadvantage. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's just...
All right.
that is 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Lovely.
I need paper. Shit.
That'll be 7 when you're ready. When you're ready, love.
So I just gotta get my fancy notebook out.
Do you follow your North Star?
No, I will never follow that ever again. Right, let me just make it quick. Right, sorry, how much did you say? 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it surprised by this hit?
No, because unfortunately someone was
Yeah.
stomping around, so it knew that you were there. It's almost
That's
like
fine.
you entered its feeding ground. Cool. Right. Okay. Now, now we'll get everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oof, good job I have advantage. Jesus.
17 for moi. Oh, also, with Sabine's hangover, not to fuck myself over, is she having any disadvantages with anything?
No.
Why'd I say it? Okay,
No.
cool.
No.
Such honest players.
You've already purged your system, so I'd say
Oh,
you're
fine.
fine. If anybody was to get disadvantage, it would be Owen, just from like sheer like shell shock from what he experienced.
PTSD.
It's a system
Please.
purge of a different kind.
Please don't stack the disadvantages.
Needs to release.
Right, okay, and now let me just roll. No, you can roll shit. Whew. I think that's going to be going first.
Oh, is he?
It's
Chronal shift.
Oh no! Come on.
No, actually, that's.
Remember when Owain kissed that old bird? Just think about that.
I think about it a lot.
Jesus. Okay.
This amended map is killing me.
Right.
Danilo,
Huh?
your amended map is. For the benefit of the podcast, would you like to describe what you've done?
So once upon a time, Nathan scanned and sent me the drawn map that he'd done, and
Oh,
I
God.
have, for the benefit of everybody else on the team, I have drawn our circuitous route from Bright Jade to Mon Ulum to help with the wider geography. But of course, that is a reactive map depending on what's happening. So I've had to update it halfway through, and I added a little annotation halfway through the path to say Owain dies.
Yeah.
However, that was my, that's my go-to, my gut instinct, because,
We will have to put that on like the Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send it me after here. I'll post it tomorrow.
But then
Right.
Ulrich got hit by 1,050,000 hits, so I've had to. It's a lot of twists.
Live
Spot where
updates
all
here.
guys, yeah.
All right. Bear with me because I have to sort out Roll20 because I wasn't sure if this would come up or not. Since you guys were like, we're pushing forwards. So it's all your fault. Is what I'm saying.
If you show
That's
me
fair.
pretty lights, then I'm going to follow the pretty lights, mate.
That's true. That is on me.
Based on what we were talking about earlier on in the break, some of you should recognise the music.
I don't.
Evangelion.
Well done, Simon.
Oh, fucking sigh. God.
I haven't seen it, so that was
Mr. Weave over here.
Such
But that
a
would have been
nerd.
really impressive if you got it.
It would have been really impressive.
Hey, this is like the first time we get to use your little tokens.
Oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
Also, that's some hentai shit right there, Nathan.
Hey, what are you talking about, mate? It's just
Oh,
a
no.
little.
I've seen this one.
Yeah, how do they
So-
look?
Those tokens look really dope. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're cool.
A lot more personable than just like random fighter caster.
I actually really love it. Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Dash heart, yeah.
Oh.
Right, and then you lot are all the way like down here. Alright, sorry chat, just sorting out combat. Talk amongst yourselves, it's fine. Grab yourself some popcorn for some PC deaths.
Hi.
Oh, a bit of techno.
Again, open the floor to the chat and to the party where this is one's from.
DDR.
No.
Jet Set.
Not really
No.
many those.
Oh,
I'm out.
Playing with a bunch of kids, aren't I? This is Streets of Rage 2.
Ah.
Oh, Streets
Played
of
that.
Rage 1 kind of guy.
Streets of Rage, is that?
I was more of a Golden Axe guy myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Hell yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that.
I think there is some Golden Axe on here, or might be my other
Oh,
playlist.
my favourite was, it wasn't my favourite. There was one very small part of Altered Beast that I loved. Is that the bald-headed guy, when he tells you to rise from your grave, has like a slight speech and he's got this slight speech impediment. So it's like, wise from your grave.
I pushed through like 8-bit audio as well, probably
Yeah.
didn't do him any favours.
Oh, it's amazing. That was a cool game. get to be a bear man, just punching shit.
Mm.
So for all of us that need to travel about 80 feet to get to the action,
Cool.
remember if you start within 5 feet of me, you get an additional 10 feet of movement.
Yeah,
Get
which would be
Lucio
all of
speed
you
boost.
guys down at the
Man.
back.
I miss being a paladin, just having all the fucking auras all the time.
Right, so what's that? That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so even though you guys are on the map, you're like 40 feet back, as it were.
Hang on.
Roll 20, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to start loading up roll 20. Cool. Okay, so let me actually get us onto the right screen. That'll be handy, wouldn't it?
You guys are going to get shoved.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
Let's get pushed in.
Nah, I'll be right. I have a destiny to die elsewhere, so therefore I have serious plot armor, so I can't die. Right?
Mate,
I was going to say that, or I hope you're good at healing yourself.
I'll fucking chuck your plot away. I don't mind.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
So,
He'll fucking do it.
25 to 20 for initiative.
21.
20. Oh, sorry, 25 to 20. Sorry,
Oh,
can you? Is
sorry.
there another band just above that?
Sorry. Hang on a second. 25
I
to
thought
30.
you were saying you're not like Quinn in real life.
Oh fuck, shut up, man. Yeah, I got 26.
You're still not going first.
Boom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, suck on them eggs, wizard.
I'm still fast as fuck, boy.
Number pen's not working. Right, so did. Okay, sorry. 25 to 20 for all the normal people. That was Ulysses, was it?
Yeah, 21.
21. What's your dex modifier?
Dex modifier is +2.
+2. Okay. That one. Then Ulysses.
Bringing up the rear with 21.
Tim, your head looks great, by the way.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll blush.
15 to 20.
17.
15.
Wait, was that 15 to 20?
Yeah.
Your boy's got 16.
16. So that's Sabine and Ulrich.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then picking up the rear is Owen. What did you get?
6.
6.
So
Oh,
no
come on,
one's
man.
died yet,
Okay, right. Let me just.
A fucking Hydra.
Hell Hydra, mate.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, stream. Hopefully that looks all right for you. I've tried to tweak it as much as I can. There you go. That's better. Right. Okay. So I think everything's good. All the cameras look good. Battle maps up. Awesome sauce. So top of the round. So just next to you, Sabine, you see a little bit of light suddenly appear just next to you.
What is that? Is that a skull?
It's just the quickest thing I could find. Yeah, you just
skull.
you just see a a ball of light appear to you, next to you. I'm just making sure. No, that's not it. Cool. And it just kind of floats up to you, and it looks fairly innocuous until like a piece of it like extends to you and like, for lack of a better term, electrifies you.
It's electrifying.
Or attempts to anyway.
Uh-huh.
That is an 18 to hit.
She's gonna go ahead and use. You say 18.
18.
She's gonna use shield as a reaction and just.
Cool. So
If
is this? Yeah. Because you can use that as a reaction.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is anyway. So this kind of tendril of energy reaches out to you, and as you kind of stumble back a little bit, you kind of quickly whip your hand up, and there's this like brief kind of almost like barrier from Pokemon Shield that comes up, and it just kind of deflects off of it and disperses.
It's me just like, get fucked.
No.
No.
Cool, and it's just going to remain floating there in front of you. Cool.
Well.
Quinn, it is your go. You hear the sound of Sabine. We'd just say that you haven't used it because that would have taken like an action to do. But yeah, you hear Sabine chanting, "Fack, fack, fack, fack," kind of echoing through the forest, and yeah.
I look up to Ulysses and Owain and say, Ulysses, how quick does this steed of yours travel?
That's a great question.
Because I do think we need to get a wriggle on down to the where our compatriots have gone, and I will dash towards I'm yelling that as I'm running in the direction that I can hear Sabine shouting.
Cool. So you move. What's your movement?
Well, if I get plus 10, that'll be 80 if I'm dashing as well.
Cool. Okay, so action and movement will get you to roughly the same line as where Sabine is, if you want to put yourself somewhere specifically.
I would do.
Oh, I haven't assigned you shit balls. Hang on a second.
Again, opening the floor to any takers on the music. You'll get kudos in my book of Who's a Better Friend.
What's happening?
Who picks the music?
Is this?
Cool. There you go. You should be able to do that now.
Yeah, I will. Can I walk in this water, or is that like?
That would be considered difficult terrain.
Do I see this thing next to her?
Yeah. You can see Sabine kind of like probably like mid-torso up, and there's just this like ball of floating light just kind of like dancing around her.
In which case, I'll stop here where I've put myself.
Mm-hmm.
And just shout, "Is everything okay?"
I respond, or do I want to wait my turn?
Well, I'd say you could probably get like a no out.
No.
No.
The others are on their way, and that'll be my turn.
Cool. All right. Next up, on the other side of you, Quinn. What's wrong, man? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, I've got a double. Oh yeah. It's got plenty of movement speed.
I'll activate the box.
Just in front of you, as you're kind of like shouting over to Sabine, you notice a ball of floating light suddenly appear in front of you as well. I'm rolling like doo-doo tonight. What's that? Does 12 hit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Frail little baby boy.
I'm gonna put that dice away because that's not rolling well. Right, you take 10 points of lightning damage as this thing reaches out at you and just like kind of shocks through your whole system. You feel all your muscles start to tense up, and you feel your fingers kind of like get locked into place. Next up, we have Ulysses.
Okay.
What's the speed of an elk, my dude?
The speed of an elk is 50 feet.
Bruh.
Ooh, yeah, down there.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Wow,
30,
that's
30.
fucking
So I can
nothing.
probably get up to like here, right?
Well, you were like, so
What's
50. Yeah, I mean, you could probably get like another 10 feet ahead because Sabine was about 80 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on whereabouts you want to be. But you could get right into the fray if you wanted to,
Yeah.
more or less.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get to about here. Is that my movement and my action to get there?
Yeah. But you still got bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action casting magic weapon on my great axe. So pull my great axe out, hop down off of Monty, and kind of shing my hand across the flat of the blade, and you see this kind of blue aura start to emanate from the double-sided great axe.
Nice. Cool. So take a stance there, getting ready to go, which it's not going to actually affect you, but even because of your heavy armor, you do feel yourself sink like an inch or two into like the soft dirt. Like,
Okay.
Oh man, that's going to leave a mark in the morning. Right. Next up.
You should probably say thank you to Noms, just gifted you 2 subs, mate.
Noms. You mad person.
Oh, hey.
Hello, by the way.
Oh, one of those. I got a gifted sub.
Oh, wait. Roll for that one. 2. Oh, there's one missing. Sorry. Okay, we'll just say that goes at the end. Cool. Cool. Right. Just behind Sabine, another one of these orbs of light appear. And
Does it just like materialize behind her?
yeah, just appears out of nowhere.
Okay. So it doesn't technically enter my range, it just pops up.
Yeah. So these things were already aware of her presence as you were not stealthing. But it appears, and yeah, it is going to attempt to attack you, Sabine, with advantage because it's flanking you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Fine. That's a good thing that it had advantage. That is... where the fuck's it gone? There it is. So that's 17 to hit, but it hasn't been your... No, it has been your turn, hasn't it?
Who? Mine?
Yeah.
No, I just had a reaction. It hasn't been my turn yet.
So you've still got shield up, so that would still miss, I believe.
Really?
I think so. I think that's how it
Yeah,
works.
shield lasts for the round, basically, I think.
Yeah, my AC would be with shield 19, so...
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
19.
suddenly kind of noticing a change in the light in front of you, you kind of suddenly spin round and kind of wave your hand again and cast this protective barrier, kind of having a standoff with these weird looking fucking bulbs of light.
Mm.
Cool. Next up, it is the Hydra's turn. It's now going to fully emerge out of the water, and Ulrich, you kind of now have this chance to like look over your shoulder. You just see these other two heads raise out as these other heads let go of you, and just like this kind of like weird like orchestra of screams as it kind of looms down on you. It is going to
Leave me alone and ignore me.
not quite. It's got 30 feet, so it's going to
Shot.
go 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to move to here. Yep. Yeah. I think everybody's in reach there.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, because it has technically left your melee range, even though you're still within its.
Cool.
So regular attack because you're not raging yet.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit.
I was like, the computer's broken. 22 hits.
Perfect.
Yeah.
2 hands. Oh, D10. Hell yeah.
Mate, no short sword for you anymore.
Damn right. I'm not used to rolling these big dice anymore. That is 16 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Your boy. Wait, is that maths? That's not maths. 14 points of damage. Apologies.
14. Okay. Let's do Okay, so yeah, after it's kind of barged past you, knocking you to the side, you kind of like swing back around and slash into its side, and like 2 of the heads kind of turn around and just like hiss at you. Cool. All right then, it is now going to do 3 attacks against you, Ulrich. 1 attack against Ulysses and 1 attack against Sabine.
John the fuck off, yeah? Please.
So for you, Ulrich, that is not great. There is 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
20 and then a 12.
2 of them hit.
Cool. Okay. So with those, you rolling real shitty. You take 7 points of piercing damage. That's better. 15 points of piercing damage. Oh, and then it only hit twice. So yeah, so 3 of the heads all raise up and like kind of crescendo down onto you. Like 2 of them get you on the shoulder again and then on the thigh, and as the other one comes down you kind of like move your leg backwards and like kick its head away, leaving some hefty bite wounds, but you're a barbarian, you're used to this shit.
Hell yeah. Come at me, bro.
Right.
If someone wants to hear me, that'd be great also.
For you, Ulysses, one of the heads just kind of like snakes around. Like, that is going to be. I don't think that hits. That is 16.
Nah, misses.
Nah, you don't have a shield, do you? Or do you?
No.
No. So you just kind of like brace yourself with the axe, and it kind of like bites onto like the actual handle of it, and you just kind of manage to stave it off and push it away. For you, Sabine, it is that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so even though you go to like raise your hand and cast or keep your shield in the way, the sheer force of this Hydra manages to like push through and clamp down into your like top of your chest and into the underside of your ribs. You feel the teeth sink in. That is. Where's that? That's fucking. You take 6 points of piercing damage with that one.
Oh shit.
Okay. Since taking 14. Okay, Sabine, you're actually up next.
Lovely, Jabbly. Are any of these so far hostiles I see within 5 foot of a pal?
I would say the glowing orb to your left is within 5 feet of Ulysses.
What about the other glowing orb that's near?
That's what I was going to say, actually, yeah. Is the one by Quinn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to go for a range shot.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a range sneak attack on that one. And then question.
Tell me what you think about me.
Crossbow expert gives me an extra attack with a crossbow, hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I get 2 attacks per action. So how many attacks do I get? This isn't a trick question or one that you'd have on GCSE
So
maths.
it would be your 2 attacks for your action,
Yeah.
And then bonus action would be a third attack.
Cool. I'd like to take all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
One that I'll add sneak to on Quinn's assailant, and then, well, let's see if they hit.
Yeah,
I guess,
it'd be
first.
whichever one hits it goes on to.
Cool. Let's go for those 3 crossbow hot shots then, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So that is, what is that? Sorry about this. 13 plus 8. That is 21.
21
First one.
hits.
4 plus 8. That's 12.
12 points of damage.
Oh no, sorry. That's the attack. I'm just going to do all the attacks first. Sorry.
Oh, 12 misses.
Yeah, cool. So 1 hits thus far, and then 16.
16 misses.
Shit. Okay. Fuck.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So
So first one hits, and you
We'll
get
do-
sneak attack with that as well.
lovely. So we'll just do the damage on the one that's near Quinn.
Thank you.
Anytime, honey. Okay, so that's 7 straight off the bat without the sneak.
Cool.
7 plus. 20 points of damage total altogether on that one.
Nice.
Choice.
Cool. So you fire the crossbow, and as you do, you see it. It's weird because even though it's just like a ball of light, it still seems to get stuck in something before it slowly like kind of fades down through the bottom of it, and it starts to kind of like it droops a little bit. It seems to be pretty dang hurt, but the other 2, it just manages, despite it being in this weakened state, just kind of floating around, like doing these like figure 8s.
I'd like to think Sabine's like spinning it around, like, cat, cat, cat. Doesn't even pay attention to the ones that have missed. But when she sees one sink into one by Quinn, she's like, yes, yeah, I love that. That's it.
All right, Ulrich.
Eating when Angelina Jolie and Wanted and curving the bullets, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying.
Not that would work.
Work, no.
But you still do the same motion.
Do it anyway.
Like fucking Owen's like running up and it always hits him.
Wow.
Right, well, first things first. I would like to rage.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. I'm shocked.
That's my rage noise.
Yep. Remember your levels.
Apologies.
Have fun with that. Have fun with that sigh in post.
And that's hearing loss for a week.
I have it turned up far too much. Sorry. There you go. Cool. Well,
So bonus action rage. You're within about 10 feet of the Hydra.
I'm a flip round. Oh. And now I'm upside down.
What have you done?
I'll stop that. Hang on. That's because it's whether I want to be facing the right way, but then
Yeah, but we know which way you're facing.
I legit. My mouse is betraying me. I can't.
Oh,
Let me fix this for you.
please, thank you.
Oh no! Or did you want it the other way around? Because
No, that was right. You're good. Cool. I'm going to attack it, obviously, recklessly. I'm going to try and slice off its tail
Go ahead.
with my great big battle axe.
Slice away.
That's a natural 20.
Oh god, you guys in your natural 20s.
There you go.
I'm gonna fucking come round and cough on all your dice.
Thanks.
Well, that hits.
Great big battle axe.
Oh.
My great big battle axe. Cool. So that first hit is.
where did that come from?
I'm gonna guess the only one that's got like a soundboard.
15 points of damage to the first hit.
15 points of damage.
I'm gonna roll again for second hit recklessly again, and that is
once you attack recklessly, all of your attacks for that round are reckless.
Correct.
Fantastic. 22 to hit.
Yes, 22 hits. Sorry, jamming out.
And that is 9 plus 5. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Okay. Cool. So as you start carving away, one of its heads that are kind of already reared round looking at you goes to lunge at you, and you actually step back and you slam down with your axe. Battle axe? Yep, there you go. You do it again, and you actually manage to like sever one of the heads off as it starts like wriggling around like a like a chicken without a head. Sorry, vegans.
I immediately go to try and carve bits of skin off it to make different pieces of weapons and armor.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. That'd be your action next turn.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's too late. You said it. Cool. So that's bonus action, and you're happy to stay where you are?
Tell you what, I'm a skirt to here.
Cool. Okay.
Within 5 feet to not go out of its range.
Yeah. All right. So after Ulrich, we have Owain. So you are 80 feet away at the moment
From
everybody else.
oh,
Specifically from Sabine.
okay. I'll dash to take up 60 feet. So I guess that puts me on the map.
Yeah, so that puts you so 60 feet. 45. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
I am an idiot.
I always forget using action for movement. Is it that I can just do half movement, right?
It's the same again.
Yeah. So
I can move
so
up
your
to 30
movement
if I
would
want.
be your whole, whatever your movement speed is.
Okay.
If you use it for your
Does
action.
it have to be?
I mean, you can stop part way if you wanted to.
Yeah. Actually, no. I will take advantage of that, and I'll move up, sidle up against my really, really good friend Quinn.
I don't think you'd be able to get that far, because Quinn had. How much speed did you have, Quinn?
Or
Because
I
you
just
started.
went past.
Yeah,
But isn't he on the back of the elk?
I don't know. Where are you?
I think I got off
Oh.
Okay.
after this fight.
Sorry, you got off, did you? That's nice.
Hang on,
Yeah.
no, if I've used my action to move,
Yeah, so your
That's
movement speed
30
is
feet.
so your movement speed is 30,
yeah.
and then you're getting another 30. So 40 would get you to the bottom of the screen, and then I think it was
I dashed.
Yeah.
yeah, which is your action.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that's an action. Unless you're a rogue, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm still.
So it'd be more like there, right?
Yeah.
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 That does so strange. Okay, and I will. Side.
I just love looking at Si's forehead while he figures stuff out. It's great.
Sorry.
Window into the mind.
I'll just go for a chill touch on this thing harassing my good buddy. No, I can't. I can't do anything. Forget what I'm saying. I can't do anything.
Okay. So you're like running up behind them, kind of trudging through the kind of like the swampy earth and sludge, and you get most of the way there. Yeah. Your next round, you'll be in the thick of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I confused myself.
That's all right. Just because I forgot to roll its initiative, another one of these floating orbs appears just behind Ulrich here.
Does he now?
He does.
Back for opportunity because he's behind me all of a sudden. And I'm like, whoa, it's crazy.
Nope. It's going to attempt to attack you. That is a 16.
Whatever.
Okay, I assume that means yes, that hits. What? You just got like a natural 20. Why are you being salty? Right, so you take, sir. That's not too bad. You take 9 points of lightning damage, which is I was going to say because you're
fucking raging, mate.
Yeah, because you're a specific totem.
The only thing that can harm me during rage fully is psychic damage. So.
Okay, I'll make a mental
Somebody
note of
says
that.
nasty words to him.
Every enemy you have from this point onwards will have psychic damage.
Just turns out Ulrich is just a massive snowflake.
Oh, it's just people saying like mean things towards you. You're like, ah!
Just start punching yourself.
I'm not good enough. What was it? So 4.
Yes, 4. Cool. So back to the top of the initiative. Number 4. This one is just going to disappear.
Oh. Bye. Bye, driver. Thanks, driver. Bye.
Next up is Quinn.
Quinn, heal me.
Hello. I can't heal you. I have no healing spells.
Yeah, dumbass.
It's the wrong. I like to think Ulrich just yells up. You're smart. Do the healing thing.
I've never once healed a single person.
So Quinn, you currently have this orb kind of flickering in and out of existence, just floating in front of you.
I am doing my best Queensbury rules, like brawling with it. However, I will instead cast slow on it, and also the Hydra and every other flying orb I can see.
Nice.
So, wisdom saving throw. 6 creatures of my choice within a 40-foot cube till I. So let's do some.
I think you're still 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, it's a cube within range, and the range is 1,000,000 miles. So if this guy is within 40 foot of this guy, then it's all done. Otherwise, it'll be the 3 of them.
It's just within range.
The three orbs and the Hydra, please. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'll do the orbs first, just because they've all got the same thing. That's going to be... so, for the one in front of you, 18.
Yeah, that makes it.
The one next to Sabine, that is 17.
Does not make it.
Ooh. The one next to Ulrich, also doesn't make it with a 13.
No. Hydra.
Hydra kids, Hydra wife. That is a... That's a 3.
Yes! So, the 3 of them, except from the one in front of me, have a -2 to AC, and -2 to dex saves, and they can't use reactions, aka opportunity attacks, and they can only make 1 attack per turn.
fucking love slow. I love slow.
Mate, you fucked them.
So fuck you, Hydra. Put your heads in the bin. You may as well just have won it. And do I risk a? I'll just stay there.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you might just have to remind me, but I've written like a little -2 against
Yeah, I got it up.
those
ready to
ones.
go. Otherwise, that's my yeah, that's my turn. I can't do anything with bonus action.
Cool. Okie dokie. So that one disappeared. So this one is actually now in the initiative order at what it rolled. So he is going to make another attack against you, Ulrich.
Come on in.
Oof, it's a natural 19, so 20. That's 20. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 23.
It's yeah. Gwen, if you could seriously hear me, that'd be great.
Rolling so low. That's a 9 reduced to 4 again.
Okay, cool.
So it reaches out and sparks you, and it kind of like causes you to tense up a little bit, but it's like getting like a deep tissue massage. You're like, that hurt.
But seemingly my lower back feels great.
Exactly. Right. Okay. This one.
It gets to make another saving throw at the end of their turns to get out of slow.
Oh, okay. No, 6. Right. Okay. This one is going to disappear next to you, Sabine.
Oh,
Come on.
Ulysses, it is now your turn.
Hello.
Get on, boy.
I'd like to move up on this Hydra bitch. Right there. I'm going to roll my first attack. So that is a 15 plus 9.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That hits. Wonderful. I'd like to add to that attack my Divine Smite.
Yes!
I'd like to add on top of that my Blinding Smite as well.
Yeah.
Get him. Get him.
That's D12.
did you hit already? Sorry.
For the first hit, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So that is, I'm just going to do some quick maths because...
Yeah. Take a second.
It's that plus 5, I believe, plus 5, because I've got the magical weapon, yeah. Cool.
This guy's gonna get slammed.
That is fucking great. 7, 3 plus 8, and another 2 of those. 6. That's 42 damage. Of which there's a bunch of slashing, a bunch of radiant, and with this blinding smite, didn't mean to do that. That's fine. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Man, I'm rolling like utter dog shit. That's an 8.
Yeah, that creature is blinded.
Shit, son.
Damn, son, where'd you get that?
You can only make one attack. Any attacks it does make now are at disadvantage.
Yep.
There's a-
This is fun, guys.
That was my first of 2. So second attack is also very good. 18 plus 9.
Damn.
I'm not going to add in any more smites to that, I don't think. Yeah, because that's 11 plus 5. So that's an additional 16 slashing damage.
16. 1.
It's fucking banging, mate.
And as I'm doing it down, I'm just being like, "A thirsty demon!" Let me revenge with you.
So, for you guys, not having really seen what this gentleman can do, you see as he like brings his great axe up and brings it down, you actually see like the hit suddenly like almost blinds you with like searing light as it like carves like from face down about halfway down one of its heads, so it like splits open and like shines this bright light that causes the other heads all to like you will have to kind of like cover your eyes for a second, and then like again like hacks into it. It's pretty impressive.
And you just see this shit-eating grin on his face, just like holding this kind of gleaming, like with blue light, great axe.
Okay, next up it is the Willow in front of you, Quinn.
It's going to disappear like the other ones, right?
No, this one's going to hang around because it is not doing well. It is going to... All my dice are betraying me. I don't know what to pick.
Good, I'm glad.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yes, however...
Oh, what? Chrono shift?
It's my chronomancy thing.
How many uses of that do you have in a day?
2 per long rest.
Oh.
On some bollocks earlier on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll use it. Reroll, please.
Okie dokie. He rolled the exact same thing, 16 again.
Of course it did. Why would I ever think?
Yeah. Why'd that be useful, right? Jeez.
You take 9 points of lightning damage. So again, it just like tries. It's almost like it's trying to siphon something out of you. Yeah.
Okay, I will roll my concentration.
Yeah, you have to be a 10.
Am I within? No. Bullshit. Fine. Come on. Natural 1!
Oh no! So as this thing zaps you, you can't help but like close your eyes and lose the slow spell on.
Should have saved Chronal Shift for that, dickhead.
Okay. Back to the Hydra's turn.
Oh.
Still blinded.
Yep, still blinded. But you see from where... I'm just making sure that I'm reading this right.
I'm a
Don't
noob.
like this silence.
Yeah, okay. So it has taken... So I'm just trying to... Yeah, okay. From each place where one of its heads has been sliced off by Ulrich and then carved off by Ulysses, you see, and this is going to get complicated, you see like something start to like kind of bubble and like push through the meat itself, and you suddenly see that it grows another 6 heads as they emerge out of its body, and suddenly you can now see before you it has currently currently it's got about 8 of these writhing heads, still like this almost like milkiness to their eyes as they seem to be like hissing in random directions. But yeah, so what it's going to do now is it can't get to you. So it's going to stay where it is, because that's where it can get the most people. Right, so Ulysses, you just did like a big load of damage to it.
Certainly did.
So that is... that'd be 3 to you, 3 to Ulrich and 2 to Sabine, but all with disadvantage because all of the heads are considered the same, I believe.
I don't know. I know it's blinded, like as a.
So it does. While it has more than one head, the Hydra has advantage on saving throws against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious. It probably still won't save, but just in case. Yeah, no. 13.
Yeah, no, 16 is the DC.
That's cool. That's fine. So, yes. Right, okay, so that is... So we'll do the ones against Ulysses first, because fucking shit hot AC. Let's do the gold dice. So that is 25 to hit.
Yeah.
No, that one is 16 to hit.
Just misses.
Man, I'm rolling dog shit. 11. So as 3 of these heads that seem to hear like the movement of your armor shift, 3 of them like, and just suddenly fire at you. 2 of them go wide and you kind of like knock them away. And as you do, the last one does manage to like clamp down onto your armor. It doesn't fully get through the chainmail that you have on, but it's still enough to like feel
the bite.
Yeah. That is, where's that gone? That is 10 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
To Ulrich, that is... No, that's not going to hit. There's a 3.
Yeah, piss off, guys.
That is 17. Yep. And that is... Oh, you're lucky it's got fucking disadvantage. That was a natural 20 and then a 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
I believe with blinded as well, we get advantage against it. I think
so.
But they would have had a straight roll because Ulrich went reckless.
Yeah.
I'm always reckless, baby.
So that... Okay, I won't class the 20 because I feel nice. But
how are you looking, Ulrich?
But they all would have hit then if they were straight rolls.
I'm on a third of my health right now.
That's fine. That must be like 50.
Remember, because I'm like dying, you took a load of health from me, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about
Yeah.
So that is 15. Oh, shit. Reduced to 7. Lost a dice. 8 reduced to 4. And 9 reduced to 4.
Cool. 20 hit points.
Oof.
So Danilo, if you could heal me, that'd be great.
All right, I'm going to heal
or maybe
you.
Owain.
And then that is 2 against Sabine, but disadvantage. That is 13.
Misses.
And no way. 2 natural ones. What the fuck?
Where was that shit 2 seconds ago? Like,
Holla! I'd like to think
Alright.
Sabine dodges it.
Yeah, you're just... Ow. Oh, sorry, dead leg. Yeah, now that you are unhaggard by other things, you can kind of really focus on this Hydra and you manage to dodge out the way, kind of taking advantage of the fact that it is having to rely on hearing and you use your deafness to easily jump around it. Okie dokie. Speaking of, Sabine, it is your turn.
Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and unload 1 shot on the one by Quinn and then 2 on the Hydra. So see how that goes for it.
Okie dokie.
And do I have to say which one the sneak attack goes to, or is it just?
It's just whichever one hits.
Okay, we'll start with Quinn's first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about the boy.
I'm very annoyed right now.
That is a grand total of 19.
19 just hits.
Okay, cool. So that's one. And then the other two, I'll just roll to see if they hit the Hydra now.
Yep.
Probably not. That is a... oh, my light's gone off. And that's... Sorry, I can't even fucking see now. That's another 19, sorry. For that, the Hydra.
Yep, 19 hits.
The
Cool.
blinding lights got him.
And then last one... Oh, no, that is a 4 plus...
The one that you did against the Hydra, did you do that with advantage?
No, I didn't.
Cool. So do that again, just in case you get like a nat 20.
Okay.
I didn't.
No. God damn it, these lights. No, that's actually less, so I guess that second one still hits.
Yep.
And then the third attack, I'll roll advantage this time. It's a 19, so I think all three hit. One on the wisp thing with sneak. Cool. Let me go ahead and roll that sneak damage.
Do it, Han.
Okay. Okay. That's 16 points of damage on the one by Quinn.
Yeah, so you fire that away, and the dart doesn't even... it's like it just passes through nothing, as it just instantly dematerializes and scatters, like, and fires off into the brush, probably killing a bird. Like,
Sabine just like winks at Quinn and then goes for 2 shots at the Hydra, which will hit.
oh, mate, these are mixed messages.
Yeah, I know. Baby. Right, let's see what we do to... Oh, so this won't be with any sneak, of course.
Yeah, it'd just be reg.
That's kind of shitty. So that's a grand total of, across both 2 shots, 3 plus... Oh, do I get any bonus thingy to it? No.
No. I mean, bonus what?
Oh, like the +2 bit.
No, that's long gone.
No.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's 3 points of damage across 2 shots on the Hydra.
Wait, what? How's that even possible?
So there's a D6 for the shot from the crossbow.
Yeah, and then whatever your modifier is for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's sorry. That's
On the first one, and then I think unless you've got like a specific feat, you don't get your damage modifier on the bonus.
Okay, so it would be 5 total across both shots.
Hey, it's better.
It's better. Hey, thank you, DM, for trying to make me feel less shitty about that.
Any time, that's kind of my thing.
Why I'm here.
That's what I mean.
All right, so you obliterate, like Exodia, the one harassing Quinn. Let me just get rid of that.
Thank you.
And you fire it into the other 2 into the Hydra, which seemingly, as multiple heads suddenly start to rise, doesn't seem too perturbed by the arrows, but you seem to have drawn its ire for now.
They're just cheap shots from Sabine. It's like...
Ulrich, you are up.
Alright, I'm going to attack the floaty boy next to me. Or is he behind me? I can't remember how I'm stood now.
Yeah, it's like behind you, essentially.
Okay, cool. I will pivot.
Pivot!
Pivot. And slice him away from me, please.
Slice
Breakfast,
away!
Oh, actually, do I have
Slice away, George.
I doubt I have potions. That seems unlikely. I don't have potions. Cool. I'm just going to slice away.
Do it.
Obviously.
Do it!
Oh!
Man, you need to fucking throw that dice in the bin.
With a natural 20. So
Do it.
Cast it into the
Cast into the fire. Nice. So that is 24 points of damage on the first hit.
24. I mean, that just immediately just dissipates it. You just and like just from the sheer force of it, even though it's like kind of immaterial, it still forces it down to the ground and just causes it to like scatter on the floor.
Ulrich takes immense glee out of this and is like, and then goes to swipe at the Hydra as well, if that's allowed.
All right, hook. Yeah, sure.
I don't know where that came from. I'm very sorry.
Sweetie.
The boo-boo box.
21.
21 most definitely hits.
Nice.
Most definitely.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage, and that was...
Man, it's nice having a big weapon again.
Big weapon between them thighs.
Like I said, once you go green.
Hey, keep it PG, will ya? So you immediately kind of spin around, almost like unusually graceful for you, on your foot, and kind of carve a massive gash in the side of this Hydra's body.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also keep it PG.
Owen, you are up.
Oh, and if you could heal me, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's see if I can reach you.
So yeah, you got 30 feet.
30.
So you should be okay.
Yeah. Should I?
Yeah.
How's everyone built?
It's each square
Yeah.
of 5, yeah? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can get to like here.
Has anyone else taken any damage yet at all?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
I've taken a chunk.
Okay, so I'm going to move to there and then... 10, 20, yeah. Cast Bless
Hashtag.
at second level. So 3 creatures within the range of 30 feet. That would be you, Ulrich, Sabine, and Quinn. So that's that. So you have an additional D4 to attack rolls.
Nice.
And saving throws. Sorry.
Muchas gracias.
La, 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 la.
And for my bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yes!
Yeah. And it will take on the
Simon,
6.
you
Yeah.
you won't.
Yeah, because you've cast a level. So you've cast a spell for your action.
This shit again. Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Got him.
Thank you, down below.
Yeah, that'd be a cantrip, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Thelonious.
That's it. That's
Cool.
the go.
Hey, thank you for the bless up, though.
Yeah,
Great
so you
thing.
grab a hold of your
Very blessed.
your symbol and look at each of your companions and kind of run your fingers around them until like this kind of light seems to glow around them ever so slightly. Lovely stuff.
And very melodramatically just whisper out, "Tyranny bless us this day."
Right, okay. This is going to reappear next to Ulrich.
As I said before, piss off, Ghost.
And it is going to attempt to attack you.
Is it? Is it?
It's certainly going to attempt it. Whether or not it works is completely different with these fucking shit rolls. With advantage, which is good. Natural 20. So.
Whatever.
So that is going to be. It'll probably roll low, knowing my luck.
Natural 20, yeah.
I mean, it did. It rolled a 1 and a 2. So that is 6 reduced to 3. So quit your whinging.
So just stay alive long enough for me to take my turn. I've got an idea.
I have 17 hit points left.
Oh, mate,
Hello.
you're laughing. Yeah.
Stay alive.
all the
Just
way
stay
to
alive.
Right.
I'm literally taking all the damage.
I mean, it's weird. It's almost like these things are attracted to,
Big dumb orcs. Yeah.
well, I didn't want to say that, but right. Next up,
Your
Quinn.
Whatever, man. Losing concentration. Piss Quinn off. So it's just the two of them now, right?
That you can see,
Quinn
yeah.
can see, yeah. Okay, then. I will cast... how high? Not blink. Before everyone shouts that I'm going to cast blink.
Mate, you're like a 2-trick pony. We can't help it.
Instead, I will... Am I within 30 foot?
Yeah, 20... Yeah.
Okay, I will
Because of where its
cast
body is, it's 30.
Witch Bolt.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's got spells.
Do I get a plus? Do I get a
Got
D4
pelting.
to add to that? Yes. Yeah. Full on.
If it's
Is
an attack roll,
Yes.
yeah.
Range spell attack. Yep. Okay.
This is on the Hydra, yeah?
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Oh.
It's a 2 plus 10. That's 12.
Is the Hydra still blind? Do you get advantage?
Oh. Maybe I do.
Would
I
I-
thought
At the end of its turn, would it have had to repeat the saving throw?
Roberto.
Yes.
At the end of its turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dan, add a D4 to your.
Well, do I get advantage then? Or
Well, we're double checking to see if it had saved at the end of its turn or not.
alright, do it.
Sorry, I should mention that.
It's alright.
Yeah. 18 plus 5, yeah.
Mate, I swear Witch Bolt never fucking hits. Like, it's the worst.
Whoa, hey,
spell.
it's great in Baldur's Gate.
It's sick in Baldur's Gate.
Mate, in Baldur's Gate, it never fucking hits. I always cast it. And it's like, no, it's not. Sorry, mate.
Don't blame the spell. It's just bad usage.
Yeah, so
13.
13.
Add a D4.
I did. I got 1.
You're welcome.
So yeah, unfortunately, as you kind of go to release it, it just unfortunately a little bit of glare hits your eyes and it causes it to just go wide
I'm
and kind
hiding in
of
the tree.
hit some brushes.
Hiding in the tree.
Michael Bay's filming somewhere and just got some lens flares.
I've had a
Alright.
1, a 2, and a 1 in. That's my last 3 rolls. So
That's some
Hey,
bullshit.
welcome to the club, man. I've been rolling that shit all night.
Good.
Yeah, it's about time it happened. Right. Okie dokie. It's gonna stay like that. Okay. Next up now is Ulysses. Ulysses.
Squad's back in town. Right, first attack is a 12 plus 9.
Definitely hits.
Cool. With that, I'm going to do a Divine Smite,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to channel Divinity and use, wherever it is, Inspiring Smite. So I'm going to roll damage first.
Yep.
Is 11 plus 5, I think. Yeah, so that is 16. And then
16.
16 plus 7 plus 1. So it's 20 damage. But also, the Channel Divinity, let me just get this up because I don't want to get it wrong. So I can distribute 16 plus 9 is 27 temporary hit points to anyone within 30 feet of me. Ulrich. You
He
get
is alive.
25 of those.
How many?
25.
25 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, no, have the whole 27.
don't worry, I'll fix it.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, take the full whack. You need it more than anyone else right now.
You're an angel. Thank you.
So that was my first hit. Second hit, 16 plus 9.
Yep. Hits.
And then just for shits and gigs, let's pump another Divine Smite into it. So that is going to be 12 plus 5, so 17, plus another 7, so it's 24, another 2, so 26 damage for that one.
26. Damn.
So similarly to last time, I'm like, get down, you blackguard, and like slicing away at its various throats. With the first one, there's this kind of flash of divine light, and Ulrich, you feel like a warmth kind of wash over you. And then for the second one, there's another little kind of like flourish and
So with those
Good
two
smite.
hits, you do actually manage to carve off another 2 heads as this, like, they're kind of writhing around, and it's starting to get a little bit like, whoa, but you stand fast and you're like, no, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm about. Okie dokie.
You see a faint like crackle at the edges of my eyes, just like a little bit of light. Just like
Okie dokie. Right, so Hydra's turn. It, from the 2 heads that you had carved off, you once again see, yep, some more come out. So that is 6. There are now 10 heads that are all just, and it's getting like a little bit like hard on your ears just hearing this many like echoing screams.
Can I just
Sense of hearing gone yet, or is that still good?
No, that's next vision.
be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Sabine's just like, stop cutting off heads, stop cutting off heads.
Right, so this is now going to...
How's it looking, Dan?
It's looking rough.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of wounds across the torso itself, and then there's just like flayed and split different bits of head and meat just on the floor around it. It's going to move 10 here. So Ulrich, you get Ulrich, wait, you would have been right up against it because you're like in between 4 squares at the moment. So
Yeah, 100%.
okay, let's move you. Looks like there. 10, yeah, can hit everybody from there. Okay, so again, Ulysses and Ulrich, you've done the most damage to it so far.
Sorry.
Okay, so there's 10, so that is going to be
Bad news.
That's a lot of heads.
okay, so it's going to be 4 against Ulysses, 4 against Ulrich, 1 against Owain, and 1 against Sabine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If only it was slowed.
If only. If only.
I'm back.
Wait, you're Belle Delphine?
So I know it's quite common for my characters, but were you thinking I died?
I just
Bit surprised.
assumed that you've died, so.
Is this Hydra a boomer? It might die sooner.
I'm gonna zuck this Hydra.
Right, so we go for Ulysses first. Let's do. That one was doing alright. No, that's 11.
No.
That's better. That is a 21.
Yes.
14.
No.
Bruh. 13.
No. Afraid
Yeah.
not.
So as like a whole array of these heads kind of swoop over and start biting at you in different angles, you're just channeling the strength of Cord and smacking most of these heads away. And even the one that does get through kind of clamps down onto your like calf, and you just like shake it off, kind of pulling a few teeth out with it, not really being like, yeah, it doesn't even bother you. You're in the fight. That is. Oh, nice. That is 14 points of damage to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, 4 against Ulrich, all with advantage. That is going to be... first one is a 25. Second one is a 15. Third one is only a 13. Misses.
Yeah, two of them hit, one of them miss.
Okay, and then the last one. Thank God for advantage. Is a 26. So that is going to be 13 reduced to 6.
Yeah.
15 reduced to 7, and 11 reduced to 5.
Cool. All good. No worries. Thanks for those 10 hit points, mate.
Mate, you would have been down.
Yeah.
Told you I had a plan.
Brr.
I told you I had something in mind.
That's a decent.
And then for Sabine, yours is oh fuck's sake, 12.
Nah.
No, and then for Owen, that is a 22.
Oh, yeah.
That is that is 13 points of piercing damage to you, as just all of these heads pretty much almost simultaneously start lunging out and kind of jabbing at each one of you. Okie dokie. Next up, Sabine.
Hey. Oh yeah, that's fine. So she's pretty much right next to it now, isn't she? She's like within 5 foot, right?
Yeah, up in its grill.
Up in its grill, and there's Ulysses is within 5 feet of it as well, right?
Yes.
Cool. She's seeing our Ulrich getting a little bit beaten. She feels a bit bad about looking as good as she does right now, so she's gonna get up in its face, and she's gonna try and fucking stab it.
Nice.
She's gonna stab it.
Stab a bitch.
Yeah.
She's gonna stab it. So yeah, let's roll for that attack first of all. Now with this, I'm
Is this
planning
with
on
the dagger?
Dagger of Venom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's gonna use the Dagger of Venom, stab it, release the poison because that's a bonus action. Or does it have to be on the next go?
I think it's bonus action, then on your next turn you attack with it, and it has the poison on it. I think.
I think that's
okay.
right.
You should have the item there, so let me just...
Yeah, let me just have a little look. You can use an attack. You can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the blade. The poison remains for 1 minute, or until an attack using the weapon hits a creature.
Yeah, so you'd have to use your action to activate it this turn, and then your next turn you'd get the poison damage.
Okay, so could I go for 2 crossbow shots, because one of them would be on the bonus, and then use because I got 2 attack actions to activate it?
Well, no. If you take an action, you get 2 attacks. But if you use your action to activate the poison, that is your action gone.
Yep.
And I wouldn't even get the bonus action on crossbow expert either, would I then?
Well, is crossbow expert specifically if you fired it for your first turn?
I think crossbow expert is if you've actually attacked something with a one-handed weapon.
When you use
So,
the
yeah.
attack action. So yeah, you
Yeah.
don't get it.
So I wouldn't even get that. So basically, I'd have to go around without attacking. Now, fuck that then. So she's going to go ahead and fire 3 crossbow shots at it point blank, 1 with sneak. So see if they hit.
Fine. Yeah, and you've got crossbow expert, so close range doesn't impose disadvantage, does it?
Correcto mundo.
Do it. Fire!
There's- Fire away!
Fire the missiles!
So that's- And would these all get that D4 as well, still, with Bless?
Yeah.
Well, Owen, roll a con save for me. See if you can keep up concentration.
Ooh, girl.
It's only 10, I think you have to beat.
She already done had
Don't
hers.
jinx me like that.
Only.
It's only a 10.
Go on, 8.
Plus
Oh,
anything?
You should have
That was plus
right?
3.
Okay.
I'll put the D4 back.
Sorry.
Let's just leave that one.
Welcome
Okay.
to the concentration club. Oh,
He's very distracted.
With the musk on his lips.
So
From
that
the
is
mouldy hole.
that is 23 on the first shot.
23
To
hits.
Is it? Then that's gonna probably go wide. That is 13. on the next
13
one.
misses.
Is it? And then that's a 3 plus 8. So that's also going to miss. So
Yeah.
one
But-
shot.
One shot with sneak attack, though.
Yeah, baby. Right, let's do it. Okay, so that's 8 without sneak. Plus the sneak. Maths. 21 points of damage from 1 bolt.
Nice.
I'd like to think like she fires off one, like first shot, bang, straight down the middle, hits it, and then I don't know, the second, remaining 2 and 3rd, like the Hydra's just flailing and just fucking distracts her or some shit.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
fuck.
So you managed to sink one straight into its chest, and it almost like the armor on it kind of folds inwards a little bit. But yeah, the other two, just because there's so much movement with all of these heads writhing around, yeah, they just kind of get knocked out of the air itself.
Nice.
All right.
That's it.
Ulrich.
Let's go.
Let's go, Beast Boy.
Not a lot I can really do here, apart from do what I've been doing. Cool. He's going to turn around and smash at the ghost that is trying to sort out his day.
love this movie
I
so
am
much.
not shitting you. Another natural 20.
Ah, there it is.
Fuck's sake.
Natural 20's on parade.
That's 3 this game. That's actually fucking ridiculous.
That's right. That's right. Burn through them. Burn through them before you get to your goal, mate. That's fine.
That's why you always attack reckless.
And that is 18 points of damage on the first hit.
Yep.
Yo, bitch. And then second hit is 28 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
He's winding you up now.
And that's another 18 points of damage.
Again, just woof, and just dissipates this weird ball of energy. So you're slicing through. It's not as satisfying as what you're used to cutting into, but there's still it's like fuck you.
Still some haptic feedback.
As your back is like pouring out with blood from all the bites you've taken.
I'm fine. I'm not dying.
Okay. Anything else? You got any movement that you want to use? You're not currently within melee range of the Hydra.
Yeah, I'll just do a little. There you go. Let's get it round.
What, all the way around? Because you wouldn't have been able to go through its like square essentially.
Is this not okay to go from like here?
Yeah.
And then here and then.
But you'd leave its melee range.
Well, no, I was over here, wasn't I?
Yeah. So then if you ran up, you'd go out of its melee range.
Well, I'll just run at it then.
Okay. Okay. Next up is Owain.
Hey. So I'm going to actually seeing Ulysses perform this incredible god-bolstered feat of attack. He's going to try his luck and go on the opposite side of the Hydra, like clutching his warhammer. Kind of looks at Ulysses, looks down at the Hydra, goes to swing the hammer. So I'm going to go for just a straight up attack with my warhammer. But I'm going to. Sorry, go on.
You'd have advantage because you're flanking with Ulrich.
Oh, perfect.
Your boy.
That is going to save me a little something. Perfect. So that's 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits. I was not going to lie. I was fully expecting you to say like 2 natural ones or something. But...
Yeah, I mean, no one's more surprised than me. So that is 9, and I'm going to use Divine Smite to add another D8. So that's 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use the War... where is it? The War Priest bonus action to make another attack.
Go ahead.
Ooh. That one, 12 to hit.
12 misses, unfortunately.
Cool.
Kind of gets batted away by one of the many heads.
When I see the Divine Smite go off, I do like the excited Andy Dwyer, like...
After fluffing the second one, just sort of like looks at his hand, it's like, oh yeah, probably just slapped on my arm funny.
Okay, back to the top. This guy is going to reappear and attack Ulrich.
Fuck off!
Excuse me. That is 18 to hit. So I'm going to take your silence as that hits.
How many of those temporary hit points you got left?
9.
That is 11 reduced to 5.
Prick.
Mate, you're fine. What are you on about? Once again, feeling that familiar stinging sensation from behind.
I thought I fucked him. Like, what the hell?
I mean, you fucked one of them, and that's why this one's annoyed. It's like, hey, that was my girl.
Oh.
I thought I fucked.
We were gonna have a life together. Like, you fucking ruined it.
All right.
I love.
Quinn, you are up.
So, Quinn goes to look for his wand of magic missiles because he's tired of fucking missing, and then realizes that he doesn't have it anymore because the son of a bitch stole it from him. So spirals deeper into don't give a shit anymore. So I am just going to Mind Sliver.
Mind Sliver?
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Nice.
Okie dokie. Just don't know if it's this. No, it's not this. Cool. This is going to go really well. That's cocked. That is a natural 18. However, -4 because he's dumb as fuck.
That's good to know.
So 14.
Okay, that's pushed him back underneath. So he takes 5 psychic damage, and he is negative bless basically for the next saving throw.
Right. Okie dokie. As you cast this, you actually see all of the heads just suddenly like writhe in pain, like and kind of coil back into themselves.
I've just poked my head around this tree trunk.
I love that your mic just always cuts off whenever you do high noises or something.
Yeah. I'm just left with the faces.
Because I can still see you being like...
You catch the very beginning of it.
Yeah. And you're like, oh no, my ears are fine. They're not bleeding.
Oh, / perfectly cut screams.
Right, okay. Ulysses.
Let's do some damage.
Do it!
Natural fucking 20.
I quit. I quit.
You gotta show it. There you go.
That's like 5 of them.
That's an awful lot.
TPK next game. TPK.
Oh, mate, clearly you guys can handle hard encounters, so it's going to be nothing but deadly.
It's been a lot of luck. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from the weapon. And then 3, D8, because I'm doing a second level. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So what's that doubled? So 8 doubled, 16 plus 5, 21. And then...
Maths.
and then...
Because maths is a wonderful thing. So get off your ass and do some math. 26. So it's 26 plus 16. That's
42.
42 plus 5, so 47 damage on the first hit.
How do you want to do this?
So I'll kind of... I'm kind of positioned behind it at the moment.
Yes.
So I'll place a foot kind of at the base of its tail and lift this great axe up and just say, "By the glory of court!" and then slam it down like right in the middle of its spine with an aim to kind of split it down the middle with this divine flash.
Nice. So as you do that, you will once again see this familiar bright light coming from Ulysses' weapon, and as he kind of like stamps on its tail, most of the heads kind of like rotate and turn around and look at him, and he just brings his axe up and just severs it, almost like bisecting it, as all of its innards suddenly crash out of its body, splashing out to the sides of you lot, and all of the heads just suddenly collapse in a pile surrounding it.
Oh.
And I'll fall to a knee and just be like, "Holy fucking shit, did you see that?" Yes!
Owen is like nodding, looking around like really impressed.
And,
seeing if anyone shares his enthusiasm.
Ulrich has a full-on hard-on. He's like, this was good shit.
we're not quite in combat yet, are we, though?
No.
Okay.
As Ulrich's standing there with like an awkward boner, you all look and can see this like floating white light behind him. Yeah, because you've still got another one.
So I'm going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, try and hit this glowy orb. And that's 14 plus 9.
That hits.
Yep. Do I want to? How many spell slots have I got left? Not many.
All of them. Get rid of them all.
Bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's dump another smite into this one as well. So that is 11 plus 5, so it's 16. Plus 6 is 24? 22? 22 plus 7, 29.
29, and with that, again, just caving through, but this time because of the holy kind of aura around you, this one, it actually seems to like connect with it, and something about it just seems to almost be carving through like energy itself, and again disperses, leaving you with seemingly nothing else around.
Seemingly,
huh?
Sabine wants to do the Shia LaBeouf clapping. You know, the one from that Shia LaBeouf musical where it's like just aimed directly at Ulysses. Just like
Yeah, he'll kind of like take a little nod, like a sheepish grin, like sheepish little smile, like thank you.
And then she's gonna go and look for loot straight off the bat. Investigate. Give me that coin.
Well,
bitch.
we
Can
will.
Before we go anywhere, can I lay on hands? I'm gonna. Yeah, but you get 20 actual hit points.
Just double check something.
Oh, that's a good point. Does that even work?
Yeah.
I think it's just.
Just got to double check.
I think it's just spare the dying that doesn't work on you.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, yeah, and then Frederick tried to do healing hands, lay on hands on you, and then I had to roll. But that might have been for something I had to roll as to whether it would work or not. Obviously, not in the mechanical sense, in like a story sense. But I think that might have been to do with him having two religions.
Well, I'm just
Yeah,
dead
two
as shit.
religions?
So.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it was. I think it was something else that was specifically about him being alive, because it didn't work on him because he's technically dead, and then the other one was because you were in between. You had your powers faltering.
Yeah.
You gain 20 actual HP.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, hun.
It's a couple of pats on the back to kind of like almost not quite disguise it, but to be like, great job out there, friend. That was some fierce combat. What a rush.
The glee from Owen's face fades when he sees you healing Ulrich.
All right, and before you start looting around, we'll call it there just because it's a little bit later than I anticipated. Yeah. And we will pick up next time with you starting to loot and kind of, taking a moment after your first successful fight together. Huzzah.
New squad.
Nice.
Fuck all your nat 20s. I hate everyone.
For being a moth and going to the light. I
that's
apologize.
what they were intended to do. All right, well, that's it. That's another podcast episode done, recorded. We did it, everybody. Well done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will probably be back once again in 2 weeks' time. We'll probably have to finalize specifically what day it is. But yeah, we should be able to. I think we start once we actually know when it's going to be. We'll start putting that out on like the socials, so Instagram and Twitter, just so people actually know. But yeah, awesome. Any last little bits from anybody? Anybody? I mean, we've got Quinn's podcast, Thinking Critically.
No, I'm cancelling that.
Oh, what?
Oh.
But I
Can't
liked
roll
it.
anything, so
Oh,
just
mate.
give up.
Look, it had to be compensated by the fact that your main fighters were rolling bloody nat 20s left, right, and rhubarb.
it's only fair. It's only fair. Yeah.
Did have the 3 that session, which is mad.
Yeah. All right. Well, as there's nothing else, we will call it a night. Thank you, everybody that stopped by. Feel free to check out the podcast, the Instagram, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next session. Peace.
Take care. Stay lovely.